俺たちはこの世に存在するべきではない。
愚かだな、風間陣。
ファイト。
Right, welcome guys to the TWT regional finals for West Africa. Earlier on, we watched the North African regionals where we saw EXE Unknown take it, and now he's heading to Amsterdam So now it's time to see who in the West African region will also take their seat at this year's TWT finals. I am Bubsy, and I'm joined by my brother from across the Atlantic, the ever youthful looking Evo finalist making 44213 combo ending RIP. So how you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. How are you feeling, man? You got that Lars poster back there, Tekken 6. You know, you wouldn't have been liked much back in the Tekken 6 days out in America.
Yeah, I think I just got that. Was it out of the limited edition one? They had an edition where they had it boxed in, so I've always just kept it up. So
you know, it's funny because when I was in France, they gave me a Tekken 6 Collector's Edition box, and I had the Tekken 6 hoodie in it from there. Yeah, I love that hoodie, dude. I never wear it because I love it. But yes, we are here, of course. TWT West Africa 2022 top 4 here today. Of course, you just mentioned North Africa. We had one qualifier there, unknown. He's going to be the guy going to Amsterdam, and we get one more qualifier right now from West Africa, which is so exciting, right? Because obviously in years past, people had to gather their points around the world, and it was very rare for players from these parts of the world to gather the points by traveling everywhere else, right? So now it's like, hey, this is your region. You do the best of your region, you got a shot to go to Amsterdam, and that's what we have here today.
Yes, it's exactly like you said. You know, these regions may have not got the representation, but this is a proper global final, and I'm excited to see that all these regions are going to be represented. So we can see on the brackets here, in the winner's side from the Ivory Coast, we have Shaoling and Skywalker. Those two are going to be heading up going into it. And on the loser's side, we got Bosfort and Mood. So definitely, you know, looking to put a spanner in the wrench, you know, make it all the way from the loser's side. So it'll be exciting to see who's going to take it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to the terms we've seen so far with these top 4 formats, and I'm not sure if anybody from loser's side has actually made the run back and got the reset and got it done. So it's going to be difficult, that is for sure. But, you know, it's not impossible, right? But obviously you had to gather enough points to be on the winner side of things here. That's what these guys have done. And the players that we got on the winner side, Shaoling and Skywalker, are two players that, you know, I've seen a lot on Twitter, right? Because the Ivory Coast, of course, you know, they've got a good Twitter scene, so we've heard a lot about them. Here you see Shaoling, though, favorite character, Master Raven, started playing way back in 2017, eons ago, back when Tekken 7 first hit the console, but started out on Tekken Tag 2. Player influenced him the most is going to be Knee, and his hobby is cinema. Dude, I'm a fan right now. I love the movies.
Yeah, I'm not really. I don't really like the cinema, but I do like watching movies. I'm a bit funny. I think they're.
Oh, interesting.
I think they're too expensive over here.
They are.
You know, I do like a movie, but yeah. Then we have our next Skywalker, and that's a character that you're familiar with, Law. So, you know, his favorite character, obviously Martial Law, started playing in 2017. It's crazy because it makes me feel so old. I'm just like,
tell me about it.
So long ago. You know, also favorite player and character that influenced him the most is Knee, and his hobby is music. I wonder if that's making music or just genuinely listening to it. It'll be interesting, actually. Maybe I'll reach out to him and see. Maybe he's got his own kind of beats and stuff. You know, I'm a big music fan myself.
Creation or listening?
Yeah, I wish I could create, let's just say that.
Yeah, no, I know that feeling too, man. But yeah, Skywalker, definitely a player that I've seen a lot of clips of. He looks very, very strong. You know, you told me you're doing a lot of research about these players before, and that, you know, these guys have a lot of history against one another.
Yeah, so throughout their actual tour, they've had like their, you know, their dojos and their dojo primes. So in, I think it's called Kuingo, sorry if I butchered that. Skywalker actually lost to Shaolin, but they have a Ultimate Fighting series where it's like they have like a July edition. Maybe there's, I think there was a couple in July and August, September, and Shaolin has taken it over Skywalker, but Skywalker was also taking it over Shaoling. So it's actually it seems to be back and forth over the season. So this is going to be interesting because it shows that these two have played against each other a lot. So they know each other's tendencies, I'm sure. So it's going to be like a additional level to this match that we're going to have up.
No, definitely. And Master Raven versus Law is a matchup that I personally find kind of difficult. You obviously have to know a lot about Raven in general, no matter what character you use against her, to understand what you can and cannot swing back against, right? And from what I've seen from Skywalker, he's a very patient player. So I'm very curious to see how he approaches matchups so that I can take some notes and be like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do against Raven, right? So that's what I'm looking for here.
I feel generally you want to be patient against Master Raven, especially now that she's got her G-Clef, the 114, you know, can't hit confirm. And also, I think Law does have some things in this matchup. Some of Raven's things are -14, and obviously Law has access to the 14 frame 3+4 launcher, so that could be something that he has to look out for in this matchup.
Yep.
But
And sorry, I was just gonna say that 114. Raven obviously she wants to land that when Law's back is to the wall, right? But Law actually has a really ridiculous punish for it if it's ever blocked. So you gotta be really careful if you're Raven, if the Law player is ready for it, because he gets like the Shaoling spin kicks 4-3 into the Tekken 4 string, the DSS 2-2-1-2, like that old 4-hit, into that, and then after that hits her back turn, he gets 3+4-4 to get the screw attack, which is really weird and unusual because it's knocked down into that, but it's the one instance that works like pretty consistently, right? So we'll see if we get to see that. I don't know if Skywalker even knows that much, right? Because that's some pretty rare tech, but it's good for the matchup for sure.
Definitely, you got me excited to actually see that. I'm trying to picture when he was saying it in my head. I was trying to picture it. I was like,
yeah, it's not something you usually see because it doesn't hit on most of the characters, but it hits Raven when she's back turned, and very few moves leave her back turn like that for you to punish. But that 1-1-4 for her when you're back to the wall, when you're Law, that's the perfect opportunity for it.
I'm guessing you can't go for Junkyard because that's 15, right? So she can parry it. Yeah.
Right.
I know a little bit about the match, maybe.
Yeah.
Bit.
you sound like you know a little bit. Jungle Outpost 2, though, looks like where we're starting here.
Yes, and I
Winners
actually believe that these two in grand finals last year for this with their TLC event. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm sure Shaoling was actually the champion.
Okay. Well, again, the first launch here as well. The wall's gonna be right there.
Okay, goes there. Nice. Need to be very careful. His back is against the wall. Like I said, the 1-1-4 can wall splat. Very dangerous. Okay. He's fighting out. Forward 1+2 pressure.
Oh my gosh! And just do it. Crouch dash in the while standing one for the mix here. Doesn't get the full combo though. Opportunity for Skywalker.
Let's have access to. Ooh! So here we go. Gets to the wall.
Oh my gosh! Weird combos. New drive blocked. How did he block that? How?
I mean, it's broken, right?
He did it from DSS. That's the faster one, man.
Yeah.
I've seen Main Man's video.
What's your reaction to Main Man's video?
This Shaoling may be Arthur Nash. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, nice. Okay, try to get him counter hit to get the wall splat. Right, nice punish. Let's have the life lead, just kind of spacing out, going for that. Okay, just wants to get out of there. I respect it, but it's back against the wall now. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, these are really good side steps from Skywalker too.
Yeah. Nice block and punish there. Oh, bit out of range for that slide, but drops the
very
combo.
far. What a jab!
That's one thing I've been seeing a lot as the life cycle of Tekken's gone on, is that people are opting to throw out these jabs because some rage drives have a slower start up. In that kind of situation, you kind of just want to throw out a rage drive. It's more likely. You catch them out.
Since Law has a rage drive now, this is something I've only learned in the last couple of weeks, that once you have a threatening rage drive, people want to attack you instantly so that you don't get a chance to use your rage drive. So I was like, oh, I never had this experience before in Tekken 7. So I started doing it now too, and it works. You can stop people from attempting the rage drive just by putting out jabs early.
What about DSS into 4-3 at the wall, do the wiggle, and then the legend kick, has that ever worked?
No. Do the wiggle though, I like that.
Yeah, you have to let them visually see it, do the wiggle, and then do it.
Yeah,
but
I've been doing just do the wiggle and then 3+4-4 and see if it catches them, but it doesn't really work.
Okay. And just hits him with the while standing 4 there.
And Skywalker bringing it back. You said that this was going to be kind of back and forth, like they've both beaten each other in the past, right? So it's looking like that so far.
Yeah, I have no doubt that this is going to be very back and forth, not one-sided. Talking about one-sided, just a big hop kick.
I like those. Hey.
Needs to be very careful. Balcony break is available.
Yeah, he went for the regular grab.
Yeah, I like to use the homing move there, noting that Shaoling will probably want to step out from the wall.
Bounce works.
Okay, we're going downstairs. Is that going to get to the wall? Just shy of the wall, but does have rage back to him.
That's going to kill.
Yeah.
Rage damage on the throw as well. That throw already does a ton of damage. Final round, game 1.
Nice sidestep. Gets a converter, but sidewalls back. Nice optimization on that.
And he loads that poison arrow at the wall.
Yeah, it's great. Plus frames. Uses a 10-hit string.
And the low parry's good.
Nice. Gets the DSS. No drops there. Banana peel.
Yeah, Shaoling's in big trouble here. Last chance. Poison arrow.
Yes, that seems to be his go-to move at the wall, and it's so good. You know, what is that on block? Is that plus 5, 6?
I think it's less. I wish it was more.
Hyping up.
It feels like it should be though, right? But regardless, you know, these are all best of 5 sets today throughout the entire top 4. So 1-0 lead for Skywalker right now. Oh man, you know, he lost the first round. I got a little concerned. I was like, oh man, is Raven really gonna beat Law? And and then he pulled it together. So I'm happy right now. I'm happy. You know, I'm supposed to be an unbiased commentator, but it's really hard for me in these situations.
Yeah, you know, it was, also I'm just checking my notes. That last year, actually, Skywalker lost in the grand finals to Shaoling. So this could be a huge statement for him. Maybe he wants to put his foot down and say, you know what, over this year I've learned, and now I'm going to take it from you on the biggest stage. This means a lot because, like we said, we saw it earlier on. One of these players are going to go to the TWT finals to represent West Africa. In Amsterdam, so it's all to play for. It's huge.
Yeah, this opportunity a lot bigger than last year. So it's one of those situations where, as a player, you think about like, you beat me last year, but nothing was really on the line. Like, yeah, there might have been some cash or something, but this year I want to go to Amsterdam. You know, I want to go play against the best in the world. So that's a lot bigger. So if you want to win anyone, you want to win this one.
Yes, most definitely. So okay, gone for he's opted to change stage and definitely wants to keep the walls in play. I agree. Raven at the wall definitely hurt wall damage. Even from the beginning of the game, I've always been saying it shocked me when I saw the wall damage.
It shocked you. I like that.
It did.
Like, what is that? She can put you back on the wall and then do the wall combo? Let her keep it for the whole life of Tekken 7, you know?
Yeah, now she's got the GKF cannon to end the combo as well. You know?
Yeah, no, that was a good buff for her, for sure.
Definitely.
But all right, game 2 here. And, you know, the wall's obviously good for Raven, but also good for Law. I feel like his combo damage is, like, just okay. And so when he's on the Infinite stage, like, the execution requirement for that basic combo damage, it's not really in his favor. You know, like, doing the DSS Ender, it's obviously requires some execution compared to a lot of other characters' Enders. So it's a situation where I would rather have a wall with Law, even if your opponent's character is also good at walls.
Yeah, one thing I was going saying, he's a Law player from our bits, is he always says he wants a clean hit damage back from the...
Of course.
But we'll see.
The Dragon Cannon, yeah.
Because,
I mean, the nerf made sense until they, like, immediately gave everyone more health. We're like, wait, what do you mean? That's a nerf to my nerfed wall damage.
Yes, Skywalker now just looking, you know, like we said, he's looking to make a statement, make it into that grand final, show Shaoling that, you know, last year, you know, in this past year I've learned.
Right? And that happened too, man. These players, obviously, both of them, I think, started in 2017, it said, right? So
yeah,
they've been gathering data on each other, obviously, top players in their respective region. So I'm sure they've battled a ton in the past.
She's in a slide wall, just getting out of there. They're just playing that space in game.
Yeah, Shaoling has a little bit of a life lead here. So willing to burn a little bit from the clock there. And that crouch dash into the while standing 1 is something he had found success with earlier. I'm not finding right now, but there was also no punch for Skywalker on it.
Yeah. He needs to start mixing up with the crouch dash into while standing 2 as well. That kind of just messes your mind.
No, that's true.
Now does have rage. Okay, goes, spins it, and blocks it again.
Of course. I don't know how he's doing it. Oh, that hurts. Damn it. I know that feeling.
Such a clutch block there.
Man, nice. Stomp is so cool, but everyone seems to block it now, or they low parry it, or it just doesn't hit. Nice try, Skywalker.
I've actually got a clip where I managed to cross it up. I'll send it to you after.
I've probably seen it. I probably made it miss like that in multiple ways.
You're going to go to the wall. Nice. Big conversion. A nice break on the DSS throw there.
Yeah, good throw breaks. And again, another close round here.
Spring kick, both are in range.
Good spring kick. She was back in that situation. Quicksand finally, and I love it because, you know, he didn't use that at all. Always going for the wild standing 1, and now brings it out when he needs it.
Yes, definitely. That's one of Raven's strengths. Especially if she starts snake dashing and you're letting her snake dash, that mid mix, 50-50.
Yep.
Who's gonna guess? You're not gonna guess all the time. Okay. Okay, just opts to the 3+4 there. Doesn't go for the big combo.
Yeah, you got to be closer for the huge one, and that one's only with the back to the wall, actually. That's why it's an interesting, very situational punish.
Ooh, could have let it rip. Nice.
Get it out of here.
No junkyard.
Junkyard. I know, yeah. I started playing 2017, but still low praise junkyard.
I think in Tekken 3 you have to hold that low. You have to block it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was no universal low parry back then.
Nice throw break. Just sidestep 3+4 there.
Oh boy, okay. Final round, game 2.
This is a very pivotal round because it could be 2-0 or 1-1. Shaoling definitely needs to stop that momentum. Okay, catches him.
Wow.
Get the flow. Nice. That was a wild standing one, definitely.
For sure. Yeah, and that's the rookie. I meant to do this, try it again.
Okay, just have a commanding life lead, Skywalker. Nice block, no punish. No duck either.
Wow.
Just look at this pressure. Nice. Ducks it. Went to that one too many times. Are we gonna get
Great
to the
reaction. Oh yeah, we are. Get shocked. No, okay. I like that better too. Okay, and double range. That's enough. It is. It is enough, man. That was good.
I respect it. Going for the Okazemi there, knowing he had the rage, so the Spinneroonie would have done the additional rage damage there and was well calculated, was able to take it, knowing that he didn't block it the first time. So is he ready for this again? Is he gonna make the correct read at that crucial time? And that time it didn't, so he brings it back to 1 game apiece. Like we said before, this is definitely going to be one that's going to be back and forth.
No, definitely, and you can see it. Like, it was so close there in that final round, even, and it was such a big comeback to make. And as you mentioned, opting to go for the Oki instead of the full damage for the wall combo there. And sometimes I feel like when I'm watching Tekken 7, I see the hit, the final hit. I'm like, that's not going to kill. But then it feels like the life bar goes down. It's like, all right, fine, it just closes out. Like it wasn't gonna kill him, right? But sometimes it does. Sometimes it lets him live. I don't know, man. But that was one of those situations where it definitely looked like I thought Skywalker was gonna survive with a tiny pixel. Not his day though. Tied up 1 apiece here, and that's gonna be good for Shaoling.
Definitely good. And there's one thing I noticed in that match. He made a clutch read on the DSS. Is it legend kick, and he ducked.
Yep.
Through the pressure, so it's showing that maybe something that he's had over the years. Like we said, these two have played against each other many times, so he was able to make that hard read and say, okay, you're going to go for the high legend kick, you want to pressure me here. And that was kind of like the pivotal turnaround moment in that round, I feel.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. I feel like if Skywalker goes back and looks at that one moment again, he's going to think, why did I even do this? Because it wasn't in a wall crush situation, right? Like, you block it there, it doesn't do anything for you. And now, because of the wall crush system they've implemented, that legend kick has more pushback than it had in the past. So your follow-ups afterwards aren't even as good as they used to be. So it was a very high risk for not really any reward. Unless it hit, then you're like, all right, sweet, I won. But... yeah. That was a big bet, and it did not pay off that time.
Definitely a big bet. Probably should have gone for more forward 1+2. That move's so good with Law. You can end it in crouch. Get the crouch.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Dragon Hammer, right? That forward 1+2 is that it's a very good move. I've seen Gosane use it better than pretty much any Law player I've seen, right? But I feel like everywhere else I see it, Law gets hit out of it. And when I try to use it like Gosane, I get hit out of it. I'm like, how does Gosane do this? I feel like it's a Gosane specific tech. He understands how to condition his opponents so that they let him do it. They let him do it to him. Because whenever I try it, I always get countered, bro. I'm like, man, how did you do it?
Yeah. Nice, but Skywalker does have the lead here, but it is 1 game apiece. Yeah, now he's okay.
Okay. Oh, he's listening. He's listening.
Definitely got the stream on in the background. That's why I want to see more of that. Nice.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice. Okay, keeps the combo nice and simple. Getting the round.
Yeah, that was a beautiful little sidestep right there to avoid the running attack. And now, wow, instant DSS grab.
Yeah, I didn't even see the wiggle.
Yeah, and that's the way he did the legend kick early too. That's why I said wow in the last game, because he did the legend kick out of nowhere. I was like, oh wow. So definitely something I need to go practice, do it faster. And that's why I've been shocked at Shaoling blocking these rage drives, because Skywalker does it super quick.
I mean, these are young.
The youngins.
Yeah, they're young. These young boy reactions. A nice with punish. Oh, magic.
Magic.
Definitely magic.
Wall
Just gonna go to
carry.
the wall. Okay, nice.
Oh, I like that. Oh, weird wall combo. Oh my goodness, the wall saves him a little bit. Wow.
Lucky. That was lucky. I didn't agree with the wall combo. I think that if he just went for the normal one, he would have got the kill there.
Probably.
You know, went to go for the Okazemi, probably maybe he just didn't calculate it correctly. Well, he didn't calculate it correctly. Okay, the 2 rounds up. Okay, fast stand into. I want to see a lot more of those. Safe mid. Can't hit launcher. Why not? Okay, just lets it rip.
Yeah, just commit to it, man. You gotta believe.
Nice.
Good whip punish.
Yeah, so ready there. That's one thing that I usually don't see that much is the down forward 2. There's a lot of whiff recovery, especially Magic 4 as well. If you notice, the law player's going for that quite a bit. It actually does have a lot more whiff recovery than you would think.
Yeah, it's very, very punishable on whiff. So definitely something people gotta look out for.
Talking about look out for, you have to look out for those lows.
Oh yeah.
A dragon peel, banana peel, sorry.
Damn, a dragon peel though? Oh, some of those while standing too. You asked for, man. I think everyone's listening, Bubsy.
Maybe.
Like, yo, this Bubsy guy's giving me good tips.
Okay, gets to the wall. Just shy of the wall. Oh, are we gonna see it now? Are we gonna see it?
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh!
Deja vu. Poison arrow at the wall again. This time we're having a little side step there, doing it as a whiff punish. Just probably a conventional whiff punish.
I like that. He went poison arrow, jab, sidestep, poison arrow again. I was like, oh man. And the whole time he was doing it, I was looking like, where's the rage drive? Come on, do the rage drive. And because of it, it opened him up with a poison arrow, right? So that was sick.
Yeah, it's definitely. It seems to, like I said, when he's at the wall, using that poison arrow as pressure, and it seems to be really locking Shaoling down. And Skywalker looking really strong. 2 games up now. Like we said, this is a best of 5, so first of 3 all the way through. And these 2, we mentioned it before, played last year in the final. And actually, interestingly enough, I watched some of that final. And he actually changed character from Law to Ganryu because it felt like Shaoling had the number, had his, boom, right, and he had to make the character switch. But it seems like now he's learned everything he needs to learn. He's making the Law work for him, and 2 rounds up, is potentially making it into the grand final, looking very strong. It's on Shaolin now to actually answer back here.
Now that you mentioned it, I do remember that set. So I did watch that as well because I remember being shocked and disappointed. I was like, Ganryu, come on, man, your law is so good. But obviously he pulled it out there. The poison arrows at the wall. And I was thinking about it since we came back here. I was thinking, does the poison arrow startup kind of give the opponent a thought of the DSS shimmy before the rage drive? Because it's a slow enough move that it might make people think that the rage drive is coming and duck for it because they see the shoulder shimmy. So it's an interesting idea. I might try that out.
That's I do. So I play Jack a bit, and when I have rage, I do down 1+2 because of the duck animation. If they're looking for
that's mean. I like that. I like it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's good.
Yeah, no, that could really be a slow starting move. Has a little kind of wiggle to it as well.
A little wiggle.
I don't know what does he do?
Well, a wiggle? Dip maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. But what I do know is Skywalker is looking very strong.
Round 1.
Yeah, he is 2-1 here. Needs one more game to get to that grand finals. One step closer to getting a ticket to Amsterdam.
Nice sidestep again. Using that sidestep right.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of sidestep right to these down forward 2s here.
Yeah, and it seems like he's not like just sidestepping and just throwing out the down forward 2. He's actually confirming it. He's doing it well.
Yeah, he's confirming the whiff and recognizing it, getting the whiff punch with the down forward 2, so he's just ready for it. The Shaoling here with rage backwards fake flip. I love it. I love it.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty tight.
Oh yeah, backward fake flip is the weird one because you feel like he's too far away to hit you, but that fake flip kick comes out and it's way closer to you than you expected it to be.
That was instant DSS. I didn't see that at all.
Nope.
Okay, back 2. There we go, down forward 1. That's like what Blue mentioned. I was mentioning that to you. That down forward 1 is so good with Raven.
Wow.
Ooh, in the back. Nice conversion.
Yeah. Yeah, that down forward 1 is super good. Right there that time, sidestepping right. That's to Law's weak side. So you can tell both players have a lot of character experience.
Yeah. Backing up. It does have the life deficit. Needs to get something going. Nice.
Wow, twice. He's ducked that twice and no punish at all.
Yeah, maybe even a one standing 1-2.
Yeah, no time now though. Yeah, he's in trouble. Shaoling ties it up. I mean, that situation you need like a launcher and a rage art, freeze the clock, and then make a comeback.
Yeah. Okay, 3-3. Using that down forward one. Like I said, I want to see a lot more of that. That down forward one is actually quite hard to step. So it'll kind of keep Law in check and stop him from doing the slide mix up as well. But forward 4-3, just do it. Why not?
Wow. Yeah, that was a great, I don't even know what to call that. Was it a whiff punish or just a great attempt, great read?
We call it an arbitrary move there. Shout out to Jammers.
What a choice.
He's been teaching me these words, these dictionary words.
It's arbitrary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Arbitrary while standing 2 there finds its mark.
Banana peel and just while standing
no.
2. I respect it. You know, he had to make a big comeback there. Probably thinking if I'm in the crouch, maybe thinking the slide will come, but you know.
Yeah, you never know. And again, man, you gotta punish with something. At least a while standing 4. Down jab, you know, something. Make her stop right there.
Okay, going for those backflips again. Trying to catch Shaoling coming in. I guess he's very cautious to come in now because he's being clipped with the fake kick. So, you know, he's probably just waiting for maybe to try and make it whiff, but... Okay, back 4. Doesn't want Shaoling stepping in again. Another duck.
Yeah, he's got to believe in his defense. Here comes the Dragon Hammer, his banana peels. Rage mode Shaoling. We're going to get a rage drive attempt.
A nice block. Ooh, brave challenge with the jab.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, man, I'm stealing that. That was so good because in that instance, after the dash, it looked like he was going to go for another Dragon Hammer, so you try to interrupt, right? But the back one's way faster than Dragon Hammer, so the back one wins in that situation. That was good.
Yeah.
Final round. This is set point for Skywalker.
Shaoling definitely doesn't want to go down and out here, but an unbroken throw. Getting really tense. Alright, 4 doesn't want Shaoling stepping. Magical 4, just like that. We're gonna go to the wall. Oh, we are at the wall.
Oh, weird combo. Maybe that was a higher spot, not sure.
Okay, Spinneroonie in a bad position, but does have rage available. Okay,
The drive! It's unblockable, you got this! Oh my gosh!
What's going on?
Double rage!
Oh,
The 1-2-3! Oh my gosh! The third hit of the 1-2-3 just stuffs the rage drive attempt. Wow. I've never seen that.
But his timing on his jabs, especially when Shaoling had the rage, I think that's like every time when I'm thinking about back at that set, he's clipped him out of the rage. I don't think I've seen one successfully come out.
Blocked even, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's kept the pressure up enough every time the rage drive became a threat that the rage drive was never a factor. But regardless, there you have it. Skywalker getting the W here over Shaoling, moving into the grand finals. One set away from getting to Amsterdam here. Let's take a look at the bracket. Boom, there it is. Skywalker 3-1 here. The set seemed a lot closer to that than that, right? Because it was almost tied up 2-2. That was a final round situation. And man, Shaoling almost had it. Almost sent to a final game there. However, Shaoling gonna be in that losers final now, waiting for the winner between our next match, our losers semifinal, Bosfort and Mood.
Yes, Bosfort and Mood. So I think Bosfort is a cat player, but he does play many characters. I've seen him play Lily, Raven as well, Lidia, but we don't see Lidia anymore. No one sees Lidia anymore since her normalization. Yeah,
I mean, there's no Lidia mains. They don't exist. They were always something else before. You know, Lydia's just a secondary or third-area character. And now she's not as much of a character. You know, I think she's still probably pretty good, but I just haven't seen it yet in tournament. I'm waiting to see it, actually.
Yes, so as you've seen there, so his favorite character is Katarina. Started playing in 2013, which is a little bit earlier. So he did start in Tekken Tag 2. I wonder who he played in. He probably played like the Lily and maybe Raven in Tekken Tag 2. Favorite player? Which player influenced him the most? Gen. And
yeah, especially from Tag 2.
Oh yeah, he was definitely very strong then. And kickboxing is his hobby. I like it. I respect it.
Man, kickboxing and then you pick Katarina? Like, I'm sorry, but they're Josie, Fakamram, and Katarina's the kickboxer?
Well, I guess 4-4 with another 4 and an extra 4 on it, maybe. I don't know. But talking about this, we have Mood coming up from Togo. He's actually a young player I spoke to. Shout outs to Queen Arrow, because I actually reached out to her to actually find out some information on this guy. He's 24, so he is a young guy coming up. Started playing in 2019, so he is a Tekken 7 baby here, and his favorite player is iMusician. That's definitely a great favorite player to have. That guy loves to party. I love watching his Yoshimitsu too. I'm a big fan, and his hobby is soccer. Now I'm upset because it shouldn't say soccer, it should be football, but we're not going to get into that argument. Okay.
I mean, who's running this production, man? This is not an American production, all right? That's all I'm going to say. He's playing soccer, must be correct. You know, like, I don't actually care one way or another. You can call it whatever you want.
It's definitely football. Yeah, I'm a big football fan myself, so it'll be interesting to find out what team he supports actually.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys.
Do I have a Dallas Cowboys hat? I may randomly have a Dallas, because it's the New Era hats, isn't it? So I just get whatever color matches whatever I'm wearing. I think one actually may be a Cowboys hat.
I can't believe I just pulled like the first random football team out of my mind. You know, I'm like not even a Cowboys fan. It just came out of there. But yes, you know, this should be an interesting matchup. Yoshimitsu versus potentially Katarina is what we are kind of expecting here. You mentioned iMusician, dude. I've been watching that guy play recently as well, and he is a nut, dude. He is so calculated. I don't think people give him enough credit for his defense with Yoshimitsu, because he will use those single spins to get away defensively from things like, I'm like, you could have just sidestepped, right? But he's like, no, one single spin, take a little bit of health off. So iMusician, very good inspiration if you're a Yoshimitsu player, especially if you're watching him how he plays defensively.
Yeah, and well, I kind of know a lot about Yoshimitsu because we have Kane and Trench over here as well.
Yep.
I've actually had the pleasure of sitting down while he's been playing, because he actually comes here to play sometimes.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so I actually see a lot of his and actually get to listen to his mindset when he plays. So it'll be interesting to see, because Yoshimitsu, when he started to explain stuff to me, I was like, wow, there's certain things I never knew was possible. I was like, he's at these little like, it's so like specific tech, and I'm like,
yeah,
dude, like, wow.
The thing about Yoshi too is that like every player that plays Yoshi plays him very differently, right? Like Kane and Trent to me is a very passive Yoshi player. He's very defensive in general, like in terms of being patient and waiting for his opportunities. And then you have other characters, other players of the Yoshimitsu are just going in and mixing you up like nonstop with like sword sweeps or something. And it's like, dude, what the heck? You're totally different than the Yoshi I'm used to.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yoshimitsu, there's no two Yoshimitsus alike. I would feel. It's gonna be interesting. Let's see if he's gonna bring that spirit of iMusician out.
Yeah, is it more of an iMusician or more of a Kane and Trench? Oh yeah, that forward 1+2 from Yoshi too. That's had a nice change here in 5.0. Counter hit launcher now.
Big counter hit launcher. I like them.
I love that. That was. Yeah, I was gonna say I love that was the first thing he did. It's like, do you know about this? Is it gonna hit?
I'm waiting to see when he brings out the new tactic. I can't remember the stance forward 1 or something like that, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember the notation for it, but yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my goodness, that's what we're starting off, huh?
I guess he tried to flash. Maybe it was attempt to punish on the flash, but that was way too slow. But it hit, so who am I to say? It does have rage available.
Yeah, Katarina's lows are, oh my gosh, and spinning with so little health, dangerous. 13 seconds. Sword sweep, block this.
Yes, it was like a mosquito to the light there, just watching. I mean, it happens to everyone. Even times I know it's coming. Okay, big flash, but no pickup.
Yeah, see chat saying Kin stands forward 2 is his new tactic.
Forward 2, not forward 1. That was halfway there.
Close, yeah.
Maybe I need to listen to Kane and Trench a little bit more.
He's like, I told you it was forward 2.
Okay, go straight under that nice high crash. Just keeps it nice and simple there.
Round 3.
And around back up. I think Katarina is such an interesting character, especially with the full crouch low, that buff.
Yep.
Definitely a huge buff, only minus 14. But I think Yoshi can launch that, right? Is his whilst standing 14?
I don't think so. I thought his wall stand launch was a hop kick.
He's got the kind of twin piston thing. No.
I have no idea. I have no idea. What a flash! Again, man, why is he not getting the pickup?
Man,
I was like, screw it, I'm going to rage drive.
okay, we
Wall carry here? No! Oh boy. Yeah, Kin stance low there. Close out third round. Mood. Looking pretty sharp with Yoshi though.
Yeah, so one thing that Bosfort done is spring kick. You don't want to do that against Yoshi. That is a guaranteed flash punish. So Mood's showing that he definitely is in the mood to punish. He blocks that. Nice knee. We're gonna go to the wall. Ah, a bit unfortunate there. The side.
Wow. Yeah, they couldn't get the balcony. Both of them tried.
A big low.
Yeah, all the big lows from Bosfort. And here's the low parry. No, my God, no sword stance, no combo.
Another full crouch low Katarina. It's a huge buff for her, man. It was really good.
Yeah.
Again, just showing, you know, full crouch low. Are you gonna block this? Are you gonna low parry this? What are you gonna do about it? Okay, gets to the throw. Untackable throw. Need to duck that. Okay, flash.
Wow, dude.
Just like that. We're gonna go to the wall. What's the mix up?
Wow, not even letting her spring either.
Yeah, Yoshimitsu's wall game, I think it's very under. I think his Okazemi game is something that's not really spoken about as much. You know, he's got the unblockable sword sweep, and those techs still work. And then if you stay stay grounded, I think crouch dash one as well will
Yep,
hit.
I hate that.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you stay grounded and don't do anything, he gets it again and again until you wake up, and then you wake up,
and then you wake up into the sword sweep. So what MYK has told me is that I should tech towards the wall, because then if I tech towards the wall and they do the crouch dash one and you block it there, then it's easy to launch punish them there for long at least, right? I don't know if it's 15 or it's 14, but I can punish it easily with D plus 4/4. But if I tech roll away from the wall and I block the crouch dash one, then he's too far away for me to really get anything. So that's like a small bit of tech that helps in that situation, but I totally agree. His wall Okazemi game has always been strong, and now is even more ridiculous because the crouch dash one hitting grounded.
So it's actually crazy you mentioned that, because that is one of the things that Kane and Trench actually showed me about the crouch dash one, the wall and Tekken. If you tech the wrong way, the space. So if you try to, you see it, and then, you know, instinctively try to punish, and then it's just he'll do it again, crouch dash one, and actually launch you.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. So Yoshimitsu very strong at the wall for Oki, as he always has been though, but in this game even more so. And you know, some people try to say like take him to infinite stage so you don't have to deal with it as much, but even in infinite stage his combos are still good, and he still has setups for sword sweep. And wow, character switch.
No, okay, he wants to roll the dice. He wants to get into that full crouch. Wait, actually, to be fair, a lot of those low crouch sweeps were hitting, so kind of maybe this is his thought process. Okay, maybe I've done a lot of the full crouch lows. It was hitting a lot, so now I can mix it up with the sweep and the mid launch. So I'm actually interested to see how this is gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely favored a lot of lows. I think that, you know, Katarina, the way for his playstyle seemed like a very good fit. I'm curious to see what he does to Anna here, but the one thing I've noticed is every player that I've seen switch to Anna has done pretty well with her. So there's either something about this character that's very good or underappreciated, or, you know, just everyone has a really good backup Anna.
Yeah, I think she's a very good tournament character. She's very volatile. And it's the thing, like, if you, oh my gosh, unblockable.
Volatile tournament, you want to say? Watch this.
Does have the rage available. Helps to go low. Ooh, that's all counter hit.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Spent the rage, but wow, caught her. Ay, mood. Starting to run away with a little bit. Bosfort's Anna, you know, started off okay. Hasn't had a chance to try a full crouch mix yet.
I love that. Didn't want. Maybe that's actually a natural punish, like a legit punish there.
I think it's definitely an interrupt too.
So we saw a bit of it there with the crouch dash one into the crouch dash one. Get that 2-2, no dub. But first hit actually. That's a bit weird. Okay, let's go for the flash.
Wow, knocking the pickups though.
And goes for the flash
wow.
Again. At that time, I actually read the flash myself. It seems like he needs to read when Mood wants to flash a lot more. And it seems like when he's under pressure, he doesn't want to deal with any of the pressure. So that's maybe something that Bosfort needs to look for and implement. Like, put him under that false pressure.
No, definitely. And in general, right, there aren't many Yoshimitsu players that really use Flash a ton anymore. I feel like a lot, like back in the day, it would always be like, oh, you got to watch out for Flash against Yoshimitsu. Nowadays, I feel like 8 out of 10 don't really Flash that much. Maybe 9 out of 10, but Mood is definitely a Flash happy Yoshi. So you have to bait him to flashing and then get the full punish against it.
And talking about the Flash, got the Flash trade there, gets a full combo to the wall. Unblockable tech, and he's gonna go for it again.
Oh my gosh, and he spring kick too.
Again, Flash again just into back 2-2, no respect there, and just eating the string, just not blocking at the end.
Yeah, he blocked the first part of it too.
Yeah. Maybe he tried to sidestep. Maybe he could sidestep the last hit. It doesn't look like it. He used to hold that pressure, but Togo and Mood, looking to, make it through in that loser's side. This is obviously best of 5, so first to 3.
Yep.
And he's up 2 games, looking very strong. And I wonder what Bosfort's gonna do, because the Anna didn't really get started either. So
I feel like if you like doing lows, which it seems like he does, and I'm using Anna, I'm gonna use down back 3+4. That little sweep she has that goes into the high follow up. It's kind of like Lay's down back 4-4, right? Where it's just gonna knock you off feet, it's gonna get the hit, and people have to duck and punish it correctly. The second it's coming out anyway, sort of a situation. So if he's sticking with Anna, I'd like to see that move come out. But I think the bigger issue here is that he's getting hit by Flash way too much, right? Like he's probably got hit by Flash like 6 or 8 times in the first 2 games combined so far. It's too much. It's too much, right? Because every one of those flashes launch punishable if you bait it out.
Yeah, I'm there trying to think like what he could do, and I was about to say maybe he needs to kind of like get his game started, but I guess the Flash, I think he needs to work around the Flash more than actually get his game started, his offense, because I think that'll slow him down, because he seems to be losing a lot of damage from eating those flashes. So okay, talking about Lidia and Resurrection, haven't seen the Lidia in a while, so
he's a Lidia main, I swear.
So this time, let's go for the Lidia.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes. I haven't seen the Lidia in a minute, man. Since the 5.0 patches, the Lidia army has thinned out. Thankfully,
there's thinned out to 0. I
it's real thin. Yes, it's real thin.
Using that running pressure.
It's also kind of a nice thing though when you have a character that's underused, right? People forget they don't have experience against it anymore. It's not like something to have much muscle memory built up against, because it's such a new character too.
Okay, just hop kicks out of there, but drops the combo. You don't want to be doing that at this stage as well. 2 games down. He gets stuck on the running pressure.
Ooh, yes.
And that
Flash all day.
I think that looked like it was a
guaranteed.
Well, yeah. And that's going to be the round. That is definitely going to be the round. He really needs to work around the Flash and bait it a lot, because it is costing him huge amounts.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side of that, if you're a Yoshimitsu player and you're really good at using Flash, you're going to find a lot of success. And Mood is very good at timing it. Like, a lot of these aren't just kind of guesses. They're in situations where, if you're finishing your extension, you're going to get flashed on. So they're very good placed flashes.
Yeah,
not really just guesses. Look at that, like that. He ducked a high flash punish.
Why did he? That's probably just to send a message. I've never seen a Yoshi player duck and punish with flash. That is the first time I've ever seen that.
I think honestly, he's really good at using flash, and so it's like it's a specialty that you want to specialize in, just not many people have.
Yeah, it's actually quite scary. It makes you think, okay, I need to be careful how I approach it. It makes you change your game, and that's one of the things I feel is very strong in a tournament match, if you're really making your opponent doubt.
Oh wow, was he gonna back turn flash, bro? I feel like he set that up. He stood there back for so long. I was like, what is he doing? Yeah, Mood on set point here.
Needs to be very careful. We need to be aware that he needs to duck back 2-2 as well. That could have been the round for him, and that may be the round that goes to the low. Yes, and Mood just like that. Was that? Gosh, was that 9 rounds straight? I'm trying to do.
It's hard for me to remember, but it's possible that was. Regardless, though, Mood with the Yoshimitsu going to be moving on in the tournament. Stays alive out here. Bosfort, nice effort. Tried out multiple characters here, put on a show for everybody, but couldn't get it done. 4th place for you this year in the West Africa Regional Finals.
Yes, so Mood definitely moving on, and we're going to see Mood versus Shaolin. That's going to be a very, very interesting match. From Shaolin, obviously the one who took it last year, but now it's all to play for because these guys want to make it out to Amsterdam. So, you know, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great match to watch as well.
Yeah, Raven versus Yoshimitsu is not a match that you see a ton. You know, there are some top players out in Korea and Japan who use both characters, so it does exist. But this one will be a little bit different, right? And as we mentioned, I haven't really seen a Yoshimitsu like Mood before, this happy with Flash, right? It's a strategy that I've seen a long time ago from Yoshimitsu players, but you can tell that he really has specialized in hitting these flashes, right? So he's looking for opportunities where he can find it against the cast of characters that he's played against. So if he has a lot of Raven experience, I mean, like, can you flash down back 2-1? Like, is he gonna duck the second hit and stand up and flash punish it? I have no idea, but I feel like we're gonna see it.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. I want to see how I'm going to be particularly watching how the first match goes, because maybe it was a thing where he may have played Bosfort before and he knows that, okay, this guy will eat this flash. So maybe it'll be interesting to see if he switches up, or is he just a flash happy Yoshimitsu?
That's exactly a great question, right? But of course, guys, if you guys want to keep up to date with everything going on in the Tekken world, make sure you guys check out Tekken Americas on Facebook, BNE Esports on YouTube, and Tekken on Twitter. And of course, TekkenWorldTour.com is where you want to go to find out all the information about the Tekken World Tour. There you have it. But man, it's been good so far, right? We got a couple of matches out of the way here. We got to see all the players from West Africa so far, and we're down now to the losers final and then the grand finals. And of course, one person gonna be going out to Amsterdam.
Yes, but before we get into that, we're going to take a short break. So don't go anywhere. You definitely don't want to miss this, because one of these guys are going to make it to Amsterdam. So stay tuned. Get a drink or something and come back. And when we come back, we'll get into the losers finals.
Hey. And welcome back, TWT West Africa 2022, guys. Rip here with Bubsy, and of course we're down to our top 3 now, right? We just eliminated 1 player out here, but still got a lot more to go.
Yeah, definitely have a lot more great Tekken to look forward to. So we're going to be moving into the losers side. We can just see the brackets pop up right here. We've seen we got Skywalker actually waiting nicely, sitting pretty in the grand finals, looking to avenge his last year grand final loss. So in the losers final, we're going to have Shaoling versus Mood. Mood, definitely a very interesting Yoshimitsu. I'm very interested to see how he plays this next match against Shaoling, and I'm also interested to see how Shaoling will play against Yoshimitsu, because Yoshimitsu's, I feel, especially if he's playing how he did play before, he's going to have to come with a game plan.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, we don't know how much these guys have played in the past necessarily, but obviously there's a lot of flashes that we saw come out of that first set, right? So you got to be ready for the flash and ready to whiff punish the flash. So we will see how prepared Shaoling is. I expect that he's going to have watched what we just watched, and he's going to change his approach to matchup. And since it is a best of 5 situation, I think that, you know, he's going to have a lot of time to figure that out as well.
Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, the best of 5 situation definitely gives him that extra breathing room. Maybe just take one match just to maybe see, you know, what, especially if he's flashing a lot, seeing, okay, if I put him under this kind of pressure, what moves does he have a tendency to flash after? You know, because it did seem like he was one who wanted to flash after he was at a minus range, so when he had been like hit or maybe under something that's heavily plus or something on block. So I mean, that's what I like to see about Tekken. I have to see when it kind of develops in that kind of sense where people start to really it becomes like almost like a mental chess battle. That's what I really enjoy to see.
No, exactly. And Tekken, especially since there's such a large move list for all the characters, there's so many things you can test your opponent with and against. So, you know, specifically, you know, if Raven is doing that like snake dash in, can Yoshi just flash when she gets close enough? Will that catch her? Like, I'm really curious about things like that, because I feel like if I was a flash happy Yoshimitsu player, that's what I would be looking for, right? Like, I'm not going to deal with the mix. You get close enough, the flash is coming out. So you can kind of use it to bait out the flash and punish as well. You know, like you get close enough and stop, backdash duck, and then see the flash while standing 1. Like, that's an option if you're the Raven. So there's a lot of depth that could come out of this, but, you know, we got to see what the players bring to the table.
Definitely. And talking about what they bring to the table, so I've just been looking at my notes, and actually shout out to, it was Marjan Obama who got me on doing notes, because I remember I'd done a commentary set with him, and he actually had a book with notes, and I was just like, wow, this is kind of sick. But actually Mood won 2 Arena of the Titan events where Shaoling actually was in attendance, so I'm not sure if they ran into each other, but Shaoling was there and he was in those tournaments, so maybe they ran into each other.
Could be. Definitely could be, man. And also, shout out to Majid Obama and Juna, man. Both those guys, you know, when Tekken 7 came out, they were commentating events out in Japan. At first, I was like, dude, these guys play Tekken? And then I was like, damn, they're really good at commentating Tekken. I was like, this is impressive as hell. So, yo, shout out to those guys, man. But here we go. Losers final. TWT West Africa.
Commencing mission.
Mood versus Shaoling.
Yes, Togo versus the Ivory Coast. Let's see how this goes. We're in the arena. It's very patient, actually. No one really went to
I don't want to fight. Just want to win.
He's flashing. I don't want to be pressing buttons either.
Definitely.
Okay, using that down jab to alleviate some pressure. Okay, there we go. Kin stance forward 2. That's the first time we've seen it.
Just need to find a wall now.
So maybe he seems to be very reserved. So maybe it was a matchup thing before. As I say, very reserved. Just gets the forward 4.
Oh yeah, Fubuki knee. I mean, the first thing we saw him do too was that forward 1+2. So he does come into some offense once in a while, but in general does have a much more patient playstyle. But big lead here with 15 to go.
Yes. Oh, dark flash. There, showing that, you know, but that one was a punish, I guess. He got the duck flash. I'm just so he doesn't do like duck hop knee, it's duck flash. He really likes the flash.
It's faster.
Actually 100%. But talking about far, that was a great whiff punish.
Beautiful.
Okay, we're gonna get the shocking damage. Oh no!
Oh my gosh! How did that not hit her?
Like a deer in the headlights. That is a Yoshimitsu classic. I've actually been hit by that before.
I get hit by it every single time. I don't think I've ever not been hit by that.
Okay, doesn't have rage yet. Is he gonna? Okay, ops to help. Recover some help. I thought he was gonna spin into rage maybe, but he's in rage anyway. Oh,
Sword sweep is too far, and she tried to counter it. Does that even work?
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say no. 10 seconds.
So sure.
I know. That's why I'm confused. The low parry though, with 5 to go, can he make up the health?
No, I don't think so.
Smart.
Screen kick there. Yeah, great low parry on. It looked like it was a down one, a down jab. So maybe it's something that Moods noticed that after certain pressure that Shaoling likes to opt to go for these down jabs.
Wow, combo backwards? I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And man, chat says it counters everything. Look at that. So it would have worked.
Okay. Yeah. He
did it so confident. Yeah.
I believed, Rip. I believed.
I believed you too. I just didn't believe myself. I just want to disagree, okay?
Oh, could have got a float there. Big hop knee. That's in the back, so that's gonna get something guaranteed. Yes. I'm sure if that hits in the back, you get. Yeah, I think you even get that string again, but opt to go for the throw. And Shaoling looking to take first game. Nice.
There you go.
2-2.
Gotta do it.
Okay, shocking.
Shocking damage. Babuki.
Why not? Okay, opts to go for no sword stance. It's getting that health back. I mean, it's scary to run into Yoshimitsu, that kind of thing. You don't know what he's going to do. He's so evasive. You don't want to overcommit. Talking about overcommitting. Great. That was like a snake that's Ross done in one punish. And that should be around. Yeah, definitely. That's more than enough. We've seen Master Raven's damage throughout these seasons. It is very high. I was in no doubt there. So looking at Shaoling, very, very comfortable, it seems. You know, ducking the back 2-2s and instant. Well, we didn't see it, but he was instantly ready for the parry on the sword sweep.
Yeah.
So he definitely seems like he's comfortable. It seems like maybe someone of these two. I'm more than certain that all of these players have played against each other multiple times throughout this season, being in attendance at the same event. So I'm sure Moo's gonna probably find something now, a tendency that maybe Shaoling has, as we saw a low parry on the down jab, so maybe he needs to kind of like exploit that those kind of tactics that he's bringing out.
Yeah, I was gonna say we haven't really seen a lot of offense pressure from Mood, right? We've seen the Fubuki knee, the forward 1+2s, but we haven't seen much else outside of that. So I'm really curious to see how he's gonna try to open up here against Shaoling, because Shaoling definitely is prepared for everything else that he's thrown at him so far, right? And I think if I was playing in game 1 against a Yoshimitsu player, or if I was a Yoshimitsu player in game 1 and I went for a sword sweep and I got parried by Raven instantly, I would have been like, oh boy, I'm in trouble. You know, like they're ready for everything at this point. So it definitely seems like it's going to be an uphill battle for Mood here.
Yes, maybe he needs, like you said, maybe he needs to bring a little bit more offense to the table. Maybe a little bit more of the slow Tekken. Maybe even the down forward one string. Just see how he deals with that. Because I know sometimes you get a bit antsy, may press a button between that.
That's me. That's me.
Everyone's been hit by that. So I feel like he's I feel like he's going for the big stuff a little bit too much now. Like he needs to kind of slow it back, bring it down to a little bit of small Tekken to set up the bigger Tekken.
Agreed.
Kind of makes sense. So
for sure. If you go back to the match we saw with Skywalker, right, and there's a lot of like just the sidestep right, see the whiff, down forward 2. Like Yoshi could do something similar as well, right? So just smaller Tekken, smaller step, look, watch, react. You know, I think something like that could pay off for him here.
Yeah, especially even not even sidestep. If he gets to spin and he's actually confident that in the back 2 into the launch, it does huge damage. But let's see how this goes out. See if he can make the adaptations. We're in the Mishima Dojo. Okay, forward 1+2.
I love when Yoshi's getting that stance to get life back when they're at full health. For some reason, it always baits people to run into them. Like, oh my gosh, he's getting health back. He's already perfect. What are you concerned about? Let him do it.
Okay, being very reserved. Very reserved in a minute. Got to go for that down 4-2. Okay, so okay, nice, sets it up. So before he's been going for 2 sweeps, so maybe he thought, right, the second sweep was coming. Oh, that's in the back. Okay, nice down forward one, keeping it on inside the wall. Nice bait on the flash there. It looked like just a little backdash there to make sure he's not in that kind of like hitbox range as well. Seemed like very ready for that. I guess it's a tendency that he has picked up. We've seen it before. Mood, when he's on that like frame disadvantage, he opts to go for that maybe one too many times. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
that was a big whiff. Get something there. Goes for the low.
Yeah, and Mood ducked the high that time, so he could have had a little bit more there, but kind of hit the brakes.
Ooh, could have got a big whiff punish there. Okay, opts to go for no sword stance. Need to be careful with the flash coming out. What mix up has he got? Nice! That was a great whiff punish on the full crouch sweep. And this could potentially be the round.
Shocking damage. 2 rounds to none here.
I even had to question myself. This could.
You said it and I was like, that's definitely the round. I knew it already. I was just letting you be shocked by it.
I'm still shocked. I'm still. I don't know.
Wow, good step.
Okay, go so low. Needs to be more offensive now. Get something going on, or get his health back. One of the two. Nice with punish with the down by 2-1 and eats the range drive. Okay, this could get something started.
Yeah, Mood needed something like this, right? Here we go. How do you follow up though? No, you don't follow up with anything. And yeah, and Shaoling was so confident there. It's like, all right, yeah, you got the rage drive on me. You had a big chunk of life, but I still got a ton of you. I'm gonna run in and hit you again. So if you guess correctly, good on you. But had the round count lead, didn't really bother. Like, okay, if I get low parity, I lose the round, not a big deal. I'm still in the lead for the whole game. So that was very well played. I liked what he did there.
Yeah, and another thing that I remember from that where he played really well was at the round end, I think he went for the down by 4 and then just done that single back dash out and baited the flash. So it's something that Moo needs to realize, that Shaoling has caught onto his flash time and has caught onto when he needs to, or what he wants to use the flash. So he needs to change it up because it's not working. The flash isn't working no more.
No, definitely, and that's obviously a big difference here in this matchup, right? Compared to the first one we saw Mood in, because the flashes were hitting like almost like an 80-90% hit rate or something, so maybe 100% hit rate. I'm not even sure at this point. But in this matchup, not really there. We've seen a couple as a punish maybe, but it's definitely a small part of the overall game plan here. And a move that I love from Yoshimitsu, that's just such an old move that I don't really feel like I see enough anymore. It's just the down back 3s. Like, I feel like that was the classic old Yoshi move, the one where you're just spinning around, boom, 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 boom. Like, just 2 of them, just 1 of them, just poking their ankles just a little bit, get something started, make them think about something else. I feel like if you can do that, then at least maybe you start fighting some forward 1+2s, but you got to hit them with something low just to at least open up your mids, right?
Yeah, and even, avoiding the puddle, because just to stop, I noticed that Shaoling does step a lot as well. Just have that kind of, you'll see him like do that. What's that weird step? It's when you like cancel it. What's the name of it? People call it. You know what I'm talking about? Where they slide and they sidestep. What is the name? What do you call it?
Like a staircase sidestep, or like a crackhead sidestep.
I'll go with that one. I'm sure there's a name for it.
Yeah, I think that's Filthy Rich term from Tekken 5.
Yeah. But he's down. Mood is down 2 games. It's on him to actually bring it back. So it looks like he's sticking with the Yoshi. I guess he's a character specialist there. Probably following in the footsteps of I Am Musician. Says if you can bring that magic back,
Oh yeah. It's not over till it's over.
It just go for the low from the beginning. Probably sensing that Mood, maybe hesitant now. Okay, no sword stance.
Yeah, definitely time to mix things up, and yeah, here comes the flash. Okay.
Okay, nice, guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
Goes to the throw. Needs to be careful with the rage drive. Rage drive is available for Shaoling. Okay, doesn't duck the last hit. Could have ducked the second 3 as well. Okay,
Wow, good block on the rage drive. Oh, I love it. Spin, see the whip, back to 2 for the whip punish, and Mood gets the first round of this game.
As Spike would say, spin to win.
Yeah, put the sword away, Mood. I think it was working better that way. It's an intimidation factor too.
Yeah. Is it true that the flash comes out a frame faster when he has no sword? Was that just an urban myth?
No, it definitely is faster in one of the stats. I don't remember if it's no sword or with sword.
Oh, okay.
I think no sword is faster. Or bigger hitbox, one or the other, I forget now. Chat!
Okay, opts to go for the back 10 power crush there.
Slower, no sword stance, but more range. Yeah, there it is. 2 frames slower. Man, Chad, you guys are on top of it. You guys are fast too.
Yeah. And sometimes Twitch chat is good for good. Sometimes you are bad, but you're good today.
Yeah.
You're alright today.
Isn't that kind of funny? No, that more range from the no sword stance.
Yeah. Nice.
Good.
Yeah, nice. I like this. Mood is kind of slowing it down a lot, not going for as many flashes. It seems to be really working out for him. Mm-hmm. He's getting the ducks on the down back 2 string as well. A nice block.
Wow.
Got a little bit more. Okay. Just chipping him down now. Going for those back turn down 4s. A nice block on the low. And just
Fubuki. He's found a lot of success with Fubuki in this matchup. I feel like he should try it out more often because he's either catching Shaoling stepping or he's catching him just like moving, right? So
yeah.
Either way, he's got a good call out of the timing for it.
Okay, opts to go for those lows now. 3-3 could have got the second hit. Oh, goes
Oh no!
Could have got. Bro, just
do it. I like it. I like it.
It looked like he was threatening the sword sweep there, which was, you know, I want to see that more of that kind of aggressive play. You know, opening Shaoling up, and it looked like to that 3 rounds. So it's pretty comfortable. Made the adjustments there. You know, stop using the flash as much. It seems to be netting him a lot more. Now Shaoling, it feels like he has to now adapt back. It seems like that was very comfortable. Actually,
I'm surprised because when I saw those first 2 games, it really looked like Shaoling had it in control. Like there was no chance for a comeback, and then to immediately just go boom, 3 rounds straight. Like hold on a second, what just happened? You know. So now we got it set regardless, right? And this game 4 situation, the best of 5, is always interesting to me. I hate being in the situation where I was about to win already. Like because I always think of it in terms of if this was first to 2, it is done. You already are out here. You should have even won 1 game, and then all of a sudden I play you another game. It's like if things don't go well here, I really start doubting myself for game 5. So we will see how this plays out. But I think for Mood, you're in good position here, just getting that 3 rounds straight.
Yeah, so it's also a confidence booster. You know, I've said it many a time over the season that I really feel also that Tekken is a very momentum-based heavy game, and also a 2-0 lead. I think is when you have that kind of comfort, you may take your foot off the gas a little bit, and that can become a bit dangerous. Where you feel that you're out of the lead, and you feel you can take it a little bit easier, but like subconsciously, and you don't even know. Before you know it, like you said, he's starting to creep back, and you don't want to get panicky because now the momentum's with him, and you're like, you start to overthink. But like you said, Shaoling last year winner, so he knows how to win. So it's about him to make these adaptations now. So let's see how he brings it back in game number 4.
Yeah, I love how you mentioned it being like a subconscious thing within yourself, how you don't even realize you're doing it. That's like something that I think if you're not a competitor, you don't really relate to. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where sometimes, tournaments, they require focus. And if you slip with your focus at all in a set, all of a sudden the entire set can slip away from you. So we will see what happens here. Game 4. Let's see what happens. Mood. Can he continue this win streak with the rounds here? 3 straight. Is there an answer from Shaoling?
Let's see what happens.
2.
Okay, more down forward ones. Okay, that string can be. I wonder if Raven has an option select, because I know certain characters do, but I don't think Raven would. Oh, down by 3. You were saying that maybe he is actually listening.
Everyone's listening. Everyone's listening to everything. Because you were asking for Shaoling to do wild standing 2s in the first set, right? And now we're seeing multiple wild standing 2s come out. It's also one of those things, even if they're not listening and they haven't done something in a while, when you're thinking between sets, but what haven't I done? What do I do to keep my opponent guessing, right? Like, these are moves that come to your mind.
Nice, 4-4-3. Okay, just shy of the wall. Nice. I like the patience there.
Uh-oh. Damn, and try to put the swords away, just like visually mix up the opponent. Like, look, abracadabra, I'm doing something. Don't hit a button.
Nice. It goes low. Nice block on the full crouch sweep there. And this is definitely going to go towards the wall, and it's going to shock me, even though I've seen this many times before.
Yikes, dude.
Okay, goes to the throw. Going to get some
and we've got rage. We've got rage. Wow, the flash through it. Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, it's nice patience there from Shaoling. I was able to block the flash there and get the punish.
And just like that, it's set point.
like Shaoling's
needs-
turned it up.
Yeah, Mood needs another 3 rounds straight. Not looking like it's gonna happen.
It gets a punish. Okay, nice. Gets a duck and gets a launch. And he gets something started.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Good block.
Get down jab.
gosh.
Alleviate the pressure.
Oh boy, didn't punish. Yo, okay.
It's down forward 1. Taking him
Man, it
away.
almost, almost let us slip away, but Mood's still in this.
Hey, while standing 2. Okay, nice. That looked like he probably tried to punish something at the extension of that string.
That was really good. Like, punishing with the down forward 2 there, that's something that we need to see more of from Mood.
Big damage. Oh, flash!
The flash! Final round. Game 4. Shaoling trying to get to grand finals for the run back.
Hey, that's a big punish. Big
Didn't
sweep
launch.
punish. Yeah.
Got the high flash!
Great punish, dark flash. Okay, this is. Oh,
Whoa.
nice tech.
Oh my goodness.
Everything is coming Millhouse at the minute.
Gotta chill though. Can't get hit by Rage Drive here.
Going for that snake dash. I like this, just being very. Oh, I was about to say being very patient, but that could have been the dark.
Oh my god, the defense! Bro.
Oh.
Man, Shaoling, he's one of those players where he just can't seem to find a way to land his Rage Drive, you know? It's just not working out for him today, at least. And just like that Mood, 3 rounds straight again to bring it back, to send it to a final game.
And now, and like you said, 3 rounds straight, but Shaolin was actually up 2 rounds in that as well. It looked like maybe Shaolin had, regained the momentum, but
Yeah, totally.
Now this is quite scary because in your mind, if you're, like we said before about the subconscious, like you've lost the first game, you're thinking, okay, I can go into this match and regain it. And now you're 2 rounds up and you lost 3 rounds and now it's 2-2. It may be even on score, but I feel the momentum is definitely with Mood. Like the mental momentum here is definitely with Mood.
It happens like this a lot in tournaments, right? And again, like if you're not a competitor, you haven't really been in this situation to understand it fully. But even though it's tied up here, Mood's made these comebacks, etc. Right? If you're Shaoling, you feel like you know how to beat this guy, but you just can't seem to put him away, right? And now you're in this situation where it's like, I might be out of the tournament. I'm supposed to be in grand finals a second ago, right? But you're not there until you're there. So we will see what happens. I'm excited. This is a good one.
Definitely.
Mood's made this way more interesting.
Yeah, and it could be even just the added pressure of, he won it last year, back-to-back champion. Maybe that's in his head as well. There's probably so many things going through his head at this minute of time. I was 2 games up. I was 2 rounds up. It's like some mental snowball. I was last year's champion. This is for the TWT Amsterdam. It's just, it could be all playing on his mind in a minute, but he's going to the island of Paradise.
Exactly, man. Just put it all behind you. Go to the beach, right? Island Paradise. Final game. Let's see what happens. Man, I really, really thought that this was going to be over at game 3. And Mood just flipped around completely.
He definitely flipped script. Even in the last game when Shaolin was 2 rounds up, I thought, okay, this is looking comfortable. Maybe it was just one of those, I chilled for a little bit too long in my mind. I just got a bit too relaxed, but there's nervous times in a minute.
Well, here we go.
Mood.
Final game of the set. Loser is out of here. Winner gets a chance to go to Amsterdam. 1 throw, no break. And that's something we haven't seen from Shaoling at all.
Yes, Raven does have that back turn throw and does have command throws as well.
Yep. Testing your opponents with throws, especially in Tekken 7, where people have definitely gone worse at breaking throws, is a really good strategy if your character has some good command throws.
Yeah, Yoshi also has a 1+2 throw, actually, which is something we have seen, but we've seen plenty of those for Bukinis.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, went for the
Duck.
flash.
Oh, well, so risky.
His slash kick. Oh, and this,
That's it?
Yeah, that's
Mood has the lead in the set now.
Fight.
oh gosh, I feel for Shaoling. This may be just spiraling a little bit too much out of control.
The momentum building here.
Oh,
And now you're at the wall with Yoshi, swords out. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, is this gonna be 7 golden letters?
Pulling out the tricks. Not gonna be 7 golden.
Ooh,
Oh, we're
okay.
going downstairs. This is beach time.
Maybe this is what he need a little vacation. Get his mind right.
Getting too stressed out here. Oh, let's go.
Okay.
That's how you can land the rage art. You just need to launch it first. Uh-oh. The rage art! Oh my gosh, set point for Mood.
As soon as I saw that, I knew the flash rage art was coming out.
Wait, no! What? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Bro, you know what happened there, right? Like, he got hit by that rage art and he just chucked everything out.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. Whew.
Not
Ooh.
like this. It really is. It's crazy how Tekken goes, man. Like we said, he was 2 games up. It was all looking his way, and somehow Mood was he was down, but he was definitely not out, able to bring it back. And he, like, that last round, it looked like everything was just coming up his way. And damn, I guess we're gonna have to find out and figure out what happened there and what the ruling is on that.
Yeah, I don't know the rules, but I can tell you, like, when I'm in a tournament like this and that happens or anything like that happens, I want to just reset to that point. You know, I want to reset to, all right, you're up 2 rounds and we're downstairs in the beach, and then we play from there on, round 3.
Yes, definitely. Maybe this is something that Shaoling needs, just a little. He definitely needs a breather. It's just crazy. He looked so comfortable at the beginning, and I don't know what happened. It just Mood just definitely turned it up, and you know, he's not going out without a fight, and definitely he's bringing the fight, and now he is potentially just 1 round away. Hopefully we can get back in there and actually see how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I think back to how the set started, he was very patient player from both sides, right? Both players just taking their time, looking for openings. There's some Fubuki knees, some forward 1+2s, etc., but not really much else for offense. As the set progressed, we saw more and more offense, and down by 3 started coming up. The empty jumps into the full crowd sweeps were there in the final game, right? The sword sweep attempts, etc. Like, he just kept them guessing non-stop afterward, which was very different than the first couple of games. So defensively against Raven 2, he's been very sharp, right? The down back 2-1s, he's ducking the high there, getting the flash punish. We haven't really seen Shaoling duck the back 2-2 and launch that either, right? Like, maybe once. So it's definitely one of these things that both players are putting a little bit of risk out there for something that's not necessarily guaranteed in a lot of situations that they're trying it at least. So, you know, those are small openings that can mean a world of difference in a tournament set.
Definitely, it's one of the things I've said before, is that when you get to this high level, you can't leave anything on the table. These little opportunities, you need to take them. It's a difference between, you know, winning and losing, especially now you're at the world tour level. You're at this stage now where these opportunities to actually get damage, they're not hard to come, they're not easy to come by. Not just should be, shouldn't say hard. They're not easy to come by. So you need to actually capitalize when they do come around. And damn it could be your nerves as well. You know, there is a lot on the line here. I know it's easy for us to sit here and talk about it, but these guys are actually under the pressure, and this could be, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, I may be just talking rubbish, but this would probably be the first time we've had African representation, so it could be even that added, you know, pressure that, you know, this is probably could potentially be one of the biggest Tekken games of their life.
Right. I mean,
down to that.
You know, I've talked in the past about just this year's Tekken World Tour, right? We got North Africa, we have someone who's qualified for that final. There's only 24 spots, right? And we have North Africa going there. We've got Mexico going there. I forgot the country for South America. I apologize, but they're going there as well, right? It's just a country that we haven't seen yet in the Tekken World Tour. And now we're going to get someone from the Ivory Coast or Togo that's going there as well. So, you know, it's pretty wild as an opportunity where players just have not basically even had an opportunity like this ever before and may not have an opportunity like this in the future as well, right? It's a very special circumstance. Bolivia, thank you very much, Chad. You guys are on top of things. But yeah, it's cool, man. Very, very cool opportunity.
Yes, it's definitely a great global representation. It's something that I really adore about the scene and the community. Actually being able to, it's really like, I mean, look at us. I'm from the UK. You're from America. We're commentating on an African event. It's just like this is really a global thing. It's just bringing the whole world together, and that's one of the most beautiful things about Tekken, actually being in this community and seeing how, you know, it's a togetherness, and actually having all these different representations as well. We saw the list earlier on, and he was mentioning some of them before, that, you know, it's all gonna come to this final conclusion, and it's gonna be a great watch to see.
Yeah, and of course, like, I've spent the majority of my life in America, but I was born in South Africa, the country, right? So, like, they also have a TWT qualifier later, right? And it's just wild, because when I was there, I had no idea Tekken existed. You know, it actually didn't exist by the time until I came to America. So, you know, it took a while, but it's such a cool global experience now for everybody, and it's just, the opportunity to me is just wild, because when I started competing forever ago, you know, never would I have dreamed that, you know, everyone from around the world would come together in one place for a tournament. Like, that seems like, that's kind of like an Olympic sort of idea, right? Like, you don't, like, that didn't exist back then. And the closest thing we used to have was things like SBO, right? Where it's like 3 people from this country, you guys all go represent in your game in Japan, and that was kind of our little Olympics thing. But now, like, per game, you have these world tours, etc. It's a really crazy thing. And as I was saying, this tour specifically, with the rules that they've made for the regions, and this one specifically, which we may never get again, you know, it just opens the doors to bring in so many players from all parts of the world just for this one tournament. And it's a very, very rare opportunity.
Yeah, and definitely to the people from, I guess, the less represented places, it's going to be very a huge experience for them, because I'm sure, like we're saying, they haven't probably been to these kind of stages and actually been able to play with these kind of players. So it's just a great experience for them. I actually remember, so we was talking about when it was kind of like separate. So, you know, these tournaments didn't really mix. I mean, didn't really have that these players coming over. I remember the first time, let me try to remember, when we had like international competition, it was actually it was huge, and it was big to see like these players and actually just get the experience just to play. So it's going to be great for these lesser represented countries and regions to actually have this opportunity, which is huge. It's a huge advance for Tekken and the way things are going.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you know, out here in Southern California, we had some Korean players who used to fly in Korean players from Korea directly. You know, and be like, they'd be like, hey, I know these guys back home in Korea, they're super good. I'm gonna let them stay at my place so that you guys can all play with them and they can play in our scene for a while. So we used to have that happen out here, and that was always craziest thing. So we used to have, like, we had like Kudons out here, you know, eventually, you know, Ni and Nin came down here. So in Southern California, we were super lucky because we got all these top players from around the world, and we'd get to play with them for weeks. And anytime that happened, our entire scene would just go like from here to there. It's just like boom, instantly everyone got better, because you couldn't get away with the things that you were getting away with everyone. You're like, oh man, she can totally lose to that. And then everyone else to see how they beat you, and you're like, oh, I can beat that guy the same way too. So, you know, like, it just leveled up the entire scene. So the opportunity that all of these players have from around the world now, when they go to Amsterdam and they get to play with, you know, whoever qualifies from Korea and Pakistan, etc., right? It's going to be a chance for them to level up, or for those other guys to level up and be like, wow, I didn't know I could do this. You know, these guys from West Africa showed me about this and that. Like, you never really know what's going to happen, which is so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely, talking about people coming over, I actually remember when Asim came over, and actually my first encounter with him. So he actually came over from Pakistan. We've seen how strong the Pakistani scene is. It's actually funny because years and years, I think when he came over, it was like early, I think Tekken 6 may have just released, and he was saying that the scene is very strong. He said this a lot of times, and they will beat everyone, and no one, he just, yeah, of course, yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, I didn't know you back then, but I came over there in 2010, right, to the UK, and I was staying with Chef, and they said, hey, you got to play this guy from Pakistan. So Asim came over, right, and he played Bob against me, right? I think Bob and Eddie, and I was terrible against Bob. I've lost every match against Bob, but at the time, like, he beat me, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, he's pretty good, you know, like, and at the time that was when I was very good too, so I knew he was very good. And like the only thing I remember I took away from was like, yeah, he doesn't break throws very well. I was like, then they're like, yeah, Pakistan guys don't break throws. I was like, what? It was like the most bizarre sequence ever, you know, but that was forever ago. Obviously, you know, things are completely different nowadays, but even back then, because I heard the same thing, you know, from him, the Pakistan guys, you don't even know, the people back him out, you know, they can beat knee and knee. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. You know, like, that's impossible. What are you talking about? So it was very cool to see that pay off later.
Okay, again, something again on the Mac. Okay, so we just got a little from the guys doing the production. So there's a few technical issues. I'm guessing some of you guessed, or the small talk, and they're trying to. It's on their side. So we're gonna try and get that sorted. But I guess in the meantime, you can and I guess enjoy our little podcast, eh?
we got a podcast for you guys. It's about the old school days of Tekken, man. Way before you guys existed, you know, before all these players you watch around on the top 4, before they even existed, right? Because I think everyone here was 2000. Yeah. I think 2012 or 14 was the oldest player in this top 4, right? In terms of when they started with Tekken. So prior to those years, you know, when Awesome showed up in UK and told everyone about Pakistan, we were like, what? That's not possible. You know, it's not possible.
I actually remember the first time I played that. It was in the arcade, so I was sitting down. No, was I sitting? I think he was there.
Was I standing?
I was like, what was I doing? And I just remember I think he was sitting there first, and I came in, and he was just like, oh, do you want to play? Yeah, all right, cool. Let's play, innit? Never seen this guy before, so I said, all right, maybe he just doesn't know, like, you know, I can play. And he beat me so badly. It's kind of embarrassing. I was like, I'm going to get lunch. I'll be back. I never back. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I was like, damn, I just got beat up. But yeah, it's also a learning curve, because when he came over, then I actually started to see a lot of things, and you start to learn. It's great when you start learning against these players, because we never experienced this, and this is what I'm excited to see, that these players, when they whoever wins and they go out and actually experience this level, it's a real learning experience. You get to absorb things, you get to see things that, you know, oh, I never knew you could do X, Y, and Z. Even when I was saying before about the Yoshimitsu Tekken, Kane and Trench just explaining this to me, it's like, oh, I never knew this. And it could really level up your game, because you never know. You can be in that situation, and now you know how to be. You have that knowledge, and knowledge is real power in these kind of games. You need to have the knowledge.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for me, when as I mentioned, we used to have the Korean players come over, and there was always this huge language gap, right? Like, obviously, like, we couldn't really communicate with each other about the game, but, you know, nowadays, you know, since like JDCR, I think specifically, it seems like there are more and more players who speak English very well, right? And so now you can speak to Korean players, and they will tell you in English, like, what you're doing that's good or bad. And you're like, this is crazy. Like, this is absolutely phenomenal. And sharing that knowledge was always such a huge part of the arcade scene back in the day too, which is one of my favorite things, right? We'd always have only just one arcade cabinet, and then people are playing, and then you would do something like, and then somebody go, hey man, you should do this after that. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, it's minus 13. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that, you know? And nowadays you have streams, and you kind of try to recreate that. At least I try to recreate that with my stream. Like, hey, how bad is that on block? You know, what am I supposed to do about this move specifically? And when you have that kind of communication, it really helps expand your knowledge, and then everyone gets better at the game. And I really missed that experience of arcades, because in arcades it felt so much more concentrated, because you're just watching players swap in and out nonstop, and you're seeing how everyone else deals with the thing you just lost to. So you're like instantly just learning and gathering data.
Yeah, I remember it was, I think, in the UK, well, not the UK, in London anyway. I'm from London. It was more like it was like Friday nights. We always used to go to the arcades, and it was actually just one. If you went to one casino, I just had one Tekken 6 machine, and it had the Tag 1 machine, and it had the Street Fighter ones at the back. I think they had more of those cabinets, but it was just like an experience, just like sitting there. You put your pound up, sit there, wait for your goal. You come in, and you just sit there and watch and learn. And I learned so much just sitting there. And there's also that kind of like banter as well. And it's like it really created and formed the scene. And I do miss those days, you know.
It's never coming back.
No.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing that I used to love doing, and you guys can all do this at home if you're just watching matches, right? Even if you're watching along with this kind of stream right here, I learned to break throws just by saying out the break every single time I would see a throw. So if somebody tried to attempt, I'd be like, one throw, you know? 2 throw, and I would just verbally say it out lound. You know, in terms of like people thought that was crazy. I don't know, but I would just be like 1, that's a 1, that's a 2. You know, like. And then like eventually it would just magically happen because I would see it and react to it verbally in my brain, and then my fingers would do the right thing. So that's how I learned to break throws, just by watching and trying to, you know, actively watch, I guess.
This is a big throwback. Wasn't it you that made the throw breaking app?
Yes, it was. That was forever ago. 2008,
Yes.
2009 or something. I made a little internet program which may or may not exist anymore. It's at levelupyourgame.com. No, I mean, I tried to, but I think it's built in Flash, which a lot of browsers don't support anymore. So if you have a browser that supports Flash, the throw break trainer still exists at levelupyourgame.com. It's still there all these years later.
I'm sure you could have it on your phone, right? Like didn't
They made other people made the app. I forgot. Was it Noodles? It might have been Noodles, but yeah, I know Noodles made one at some point.
Okay.
Someone else too. I got it. I got a warning from higher ups at a certain company that made the game not to release that as an app, and I was like, oh, okay, it's on the website. So
fair enough.
That's why.
Fair enough. I actually remember using that. I'm getting upset because I couldn't press 1+2 on my phone properly. I was like, I know I broke it, but I just couldn't press it on my phone.
That was the first time that I ever had a code something that was game-like like that, and that was the first time I learned about coding inputs to do like 1+2, and then recognizing how Tekken handles it specifically. You know, like, because each game can handle inputs differently, right? From game to game, doesn't matter if it's Tekken or whatever. So learning coding it myself, I started realizing, oh man, this is a lot harder. Like, where do you say that it was a button roll versus both buttons together at the same time? Like, do you give them a 2-frame window to roll the buttons together before it counts as separate inputs, or what? And that was too complicated for me back then. I was like, whatever, hit it on 1 frame or not. You know.
So it's used to blame when I was getting mad because I think one of them it used to count like how many you done in a row, or you had like 3 lives or something like that. And
that was mine. Yeah,
you didn't program it properly.
But
I hit it.
But I could do it. And the way I saw it was, it's a trainer, right? So it should be harder than the real thing. So if you can do it in this, you can definitely do it in the game. So that's the way I looked at it. People try to tell me like the frame did. They said, hey man, don't you know frames are actually starting up at this number of frames? You have this number of frames to break. I was like, this feels accurate to the game to me, and if it's too hard for you, get better. You know? If you can do it here, you can do it in the game. So yeah, it is what it is, man.
It
it's just to help people.
Help a lot. No, it did help a lot. I definitely. So one of the things I guess I'm okay at is actually throw breaking, and it is due to I generally used to sit down in my spare time when I was doing nothing, and literally just because obviously for people that don't know, when you go Tekken, I think so Tekken 6. I'm not even gonna go back because Tekken Tag 1, I remember the throw breaks they're impossible. Like the animations to actually see them. If you have access to Tekken Tag 1, look at the throw break animation. Is literally everything just looks like a 1+2.
It's fast. Yeah, it's also very fast. Just how short the arms come out, because there was no forward grabs back then, right? Forward grabs are like longer grab animations, and those only came out in Tekken 5.
Yeah. I think Tag 2, I remember that was the one where it was like really tricky to break those grabs. You have to be really on point. It would be interesting if some of you newer players maybe from Tekken 7 would actually try and maybe go back and break some throws back in Tag 2. See how you do.
Offline Tag 2 too. I feel like the online offline were different for throw breaks too.
Yeah, definitely.
So go back and play some offline Tag 2 because that is a fun throw system. I enjoyed that one. Because I put the practice in. You know what I mean? But for everyone else, it's a problem. That's honestly one of the biggest things I miss about Tekken 7. It's just that you can't really exploit throws as a weakness of your opponent anymore, right? So if you, like in the past, you could say, can this person break a throw, right? And then if they couldn't break a throw, it changed your whole game plan towards them, right? Because they're like, all right, I can either throw them or they're going to duck, right? They're going to try to hit a button to prevent me from throwing them, or they're going to duck against my throw. And because of that, I can change up my offense. I can fake a throw and go for a mid or etc., right? And you cannot do that in this game. There's basically only King can do that in this game. I'm not really scared of any other character's throw game like that. Maybe Armor King, but that's like the same thing, right? So it's really sad that aspect of Tekken is gone.
Yeah, I definitely. There's one player, obviously many of you know Ru Kang, who I grew up. So when I say grew up, we played Tekken a lot together. He comes up with this story, which is not true, by the way. If ever Ru Kang tells a story about how he got introduced into Tekken, don't believe him, because he makes me out to be the bad guy.
Oh.
I'm not the bad guy. I'm the good guy here. But that's
If you say so.
I'm the good guy, you know. But one of the things he definitely used to do a lot was exploit definitely the throws. I remember he would just dash up and throw, and it's like he's really good at finding your opponent's weakness. And I guess that's one of the things that I guess people can really benefit on, especially if you go into tournament plays, actually trying to have like maybe a few key strats in your head to try and find out a weakness and actually exploit it, because it's the first to two settings most of the time, and in that time you don't have a lot of time to kind of download. So it's like, okay, can he break throws? Is he good at seeing this low? Have a little checklist maybe, and it could really help you. That's one of the things that I used to do when I used to compete a lot. So I used to play Jack, and definitely the volcano throw when you froze them up. I was like, okay, let me see if he doesn't break this. This is going to be my go-to button to win. I'm going to save this and cool. I'm going to use this later.
But then, where did you become the bad guy there?
Oh no, the Liu Kang story was how how he got into Tekken. It's not true. I generally don't remember this. He said he played one of his friends, and I didn't shake his friend's hand. I just got up and left the room. Like his friend like put his hand to me, and I was like, I just got up and left. And I was like, okay, I really don't remember that. I'm not a bad person. I wouldn't have left him hanging, but apparently that got him so mad that he went to train, and then he came. Wow. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna beat this guy, because where I used to go to uni with him, and we used to have a games room, and we used to play a lot of Tekken in there, and I was, I guess, the number one there, and then he trained up, and then when he came back, I was like, I'm the reason that I created Liu Kang. It's like a Frankenstein thing. I'm the reason why I Liu Kang.
I got it. All right, so chat, if you guys are watching right now, remember, if you beat Bubsy and he doesn't shake your hand, he's gonna forget about it, okay? He's not a bad guy. He just forgot about it.
And he legit came back, like, maybe, I don't know how many weeks. He's like, let's play. And he beat the crap out of me. And then
Liu Kang did, or the other guy?
No, Liu Kang.
Okay.
Because he wanted to avenge his friend for some reason. I never knew this whole subplot was happening. I had no idea the subplot was happening. He came back, and then he was like, let's play. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, damn, this guy. But then it started off a good friendship, and then we're still friends. This has been how many years? Like 14 years, I'm gonna say.
Wow, dude, we've been around for a minute. And look, I totally believe you. You probably didn't see the guy's hand, okay? Because what happened to me at Combo Breaker? I remember I beat Anakin in Winner's Final, and I don't even really remember it, right? But you have to get off the stage, and they showed the camera like facing me towards the people in the crowd. So I'm like, I shake Anakin's hand, I get off the stage, Eris is commentating, whatever. He's like, damn, he hella left that guy hanging. I never saw the guy. The guy wanted to high five me as I was walking off stage, and I didn't see him. And so now when you watch it back, you just see this guy with the high five, like, and his arm is moving towards me as I'm walking away from him. I'm sorry, guy. I meant to high five you. I just never saw it. Oh man, here we go. Final round potentially for Mood here. Looks like we're back.
Yes, definitely we are back. Okay.
Boom! Duck it and flash it.
I like that. Mood. Yeah, he's on match point now to take. Okay, that's gonna get punished. Not.
He's got the lead too.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Shaoling, this is last chance. This is last chance. What's he gonna do?
No sword stance. He's got raid. Shaoling. Can you find a way to land the raid drive? Finally, no.
Oh, could have mashed while standing forward in between that.
10 seconds, dude. Not enough time to make the comeback even. It's over, Mood. Over Shaoling. Shaoling, Juan Lasher TOC, not going to be in the grand finals this year. Third place. But Mood with the Yoshimitsu going to be advancing. Has a chance now to go up against Skywalker and book a ticket to Amsterdam for the TWT finals.
Definitely did not see that one happening, because we said it before that Shaoling, he looked so in control, like legitimate, like he had it in the bag. He looked like he secured the bag. If I was a betting man and I had the bag, I would have put it on Shaoling there. But it's like, I think it must be one of those tournament things. It's like I said, it's tournament nerves. Maybe something just started to snowball in his head, and he just kind of went out of it. So now we got the grand finals coming up. So we're gonna have Skywalker going up against Mood. Skywalker finishing second last year, looking to take it one step further. But if Mood has anything to say with it, he is definitely not going out without a fight. This guy is really clawing it back through the losers bracket.
Exactly, and you know, that's exactly what we were talking about. We haven't really seen anybody come back from the loser side and get a win here. Obviously, you know, you're at a disadvantage. You got to win 2 sets against the guy in winners. But the thing about Mood is, you know, I really started counting him out after those first 2 games. And you said if you were a betting man, you would have bet against him, whatever. I feel like if anybody saw those first 2 games and then we gave him the opportunity, like, hey man, bet your channel points, who do you think is going to take the set after those first 2 games? You would all be broke right now, right? So that's just how it is. Mood is that kind of a player. But here we have it. We've got Skywalker, martial law, started playing in 2017, influenced by Knee, loves some music. And he's going to be on the winner side of grand finals out here. Big opportunity in front of him. I hope he takes it. No offense to anyone else, or you know, no disrespect to Mood, I should say. But there's no martial law that's making it into this TWT final, so he's the only one on my cards. Then you've got Mood over here, who is beating everyone up in this loser bracket with his Yoshimitsu. Started playing just in 2019. You said young, right? 24 years of age, I think.
Years old, yeah.
Yeah, right. And of course, started with Tekken 7, influenced by iMusician. Loving that soccer. I know you love that because he loves soccer. So Mood out here trying to get his ticket to Amsterdam as well, man. Should be fun.
Definitely should be fun. We're gonna have the Law versus Yoshimitsu. So at least you've played, I'm assuming you've played against Just Range James a couple of times against his Yoshimitsu. Is there anything? Okay, that's just a no. Okay, we'll skip over that question.
His Yoshimitsu is fantastic. You can ask me whatever you like about him. What were you going to ask about?
I was going to say, more so anything in the match that you feel specific that could help from a standpoint.
No, I think that, you know, from what I've seen from both of these players, right, I think the big thing is to watch out for the flash, right?
Yes.
Because it's regardless of character you use, and obviously we've seen Mood show us in the last set that he doesn't have to be a flash happy Yoshi, but it seems like that's his instinct, right? Like it's what he wants to start with, and if it doesn't hit, then he's got other things planned. But more specifically, he has situations where he's gonna flash. So if you're doing something like while standing for DSS pressure, flash is a threat, right? If you're doing like repeated dragon hammers, flash is a threat. If you do legend kick into follow-up offense, flash is a threat. So you can use all of those things as baits for the flash as well. You know, but you have to be aware of it.
Yeah, that's actually very true. It could really mitigate a lot of that kind of positive frame advantage and pressure that Law can assert. But we'll see how it goes. Skywalker, definitely no slouch here. I'm sure, you know, he was second on the West Africa leaderboards with 330 points, and he has won a few of their dojo events, so definitely knows how to win here.
And he's on the winner's side. Yeah, let's not talk about that.
So if things go south, you may see a...
Man, if Skywalker wins this and then goes to TBT Finals and uses a Ganryu, I would... Oh, man.
Okay, using that Dragon Hammer pressure. Oh, okay, it was a little bit of a delayed flash there. Maybe trying to see if he would delay his pressure. Oh!
Wow. No bounce, though. Oh, no. Oh, we're back.
We are back.
Recover. Check rolled.
Okay, full 1+2.
Oh,
nice. Goes under.
I love it.
Jab.
He might be able to reach the wall here. That's trouble. Why?
What did you do?
Oh my gosh. I don't know why he did the running 3 there. What was that supposed to be?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna lost there. Mood could have had that round potentially, but instead he goes to Skywalker.
Yeah, it literally could just be nerves. Right?
Could be.
Yeah. Running 3 of his own. Okay, Dragon Hammer. Okay. Opposite keep him at the balcony. Nice.
Oh
and
boy.
Downstairs. Great awareness there, knowing that throw would balcony break.
Well, he's got the good combos too. Okay. Good carry. Oh boy. Just do it.
That was extremely instant. He's really... I'm impressed. Okay, using that flip back. Trying to bait him in. Doesn't get a pick up. No.
Oh boy.
Break.
Just what I was talking about missing in Tekken 7, you know? Oh god, the Dragon Hammer.
I mean, I've never seen that
Holy moly.
before. And goes to the mid this time. Interesting, he's not going for the throw, he's going for the mid twice. Maybe it's something that these two have played before and he knows that. Just, why not? Sliding in, sliding out, cha-cha slide all about. Just, you know, if it works, then do it again, do it again.
1 down, 2 to go for Skywalker here. But of course, I feel like the game lead does not matter to Mood, right? We just saw him come back from being down 2-0. Doesn't matter to have the lead. If Skywalker wants to win, he's got to close the whole thing out. But still a good start regardless there.
Definitely a good start, and he is in the winner's side as well. So Mood has quite a lot to do. But like we said, I can't count him out anymore. Like I counted him out before. I put the bag down and I lost my bag.
I feel like the big thing I'm taking away from that first game though is the throws, right? We saw the regular throw work and we saw the 1+2 throw work, so those are really dangerous. Like, because we've also seen Skywalker use the DSS2 grab, right? So Law has all 3 options for throw breaks, and now he's basically been shown, hey, the door's open, right? Throws are available to you, so we'll see how much more throws we get.
Yeah, it can get even more tricky if he starts to doing the the run up the stairs throw, the forward late for work throw, because that is a very peculiar break. If you're not ready to break the 1 or 1+2 throw, I think that one's going to be a little bit more tricky to break if you're really not prepared for that.
Yeah, it's a 1 break, but the thing about that throw actually is that you can break it very late. So like you can see him run up your body, tick 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 tick, break, and he'd run back down. You know, so you just gotta be patient with it really and see it, because obviously you're not going to recognize the start of it with just his foot coming up, right?
Yeah.
So it's a big throw break window. I feel like people can deal with it. Yeah. I wish it wasn't, you know, but people definitely break that on me, and I can break it on other people, so I know it's possible.
Yes, definitely. Okay, that's something I learned today. I didn't think it was that much of a.
Oh yeah, you should check it out in practice mode. Just like set him to do the run up throw and then just like break it late and see how late you can break it. It's pretty interesting.
I feel that with Bob's 1+ for his launch throw as well, I feel like I'm in the air and then I drop.
Yeah, then you obviously drop out of it. I feel the same way. Yeah, which is much nicer. Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, keep that one the same.
We have
man.
Skywalker up 1 game, looking to, right? He came second last year. Now is he going to make it to the TWT finals? Law and bring a Law to the TWT finals actually, because as Rip mentioned, we don't have a Law representation as of yet.
He could be the first qualifying Law.
Yes. Okay. Doesn't pick a stage. It's opts to go for random, but Forgotten Realm.
Good for Yoshi.
Yeah, because Yoshi's got the rainbow drop throw, right? Which I think maybe the normal throws actually could also break the
Fight.
I think so, yeah.
It's Skywalker.
Oh boy!
Why not just run in?
The blockable shoulder.
Yeah, it's crazy how so many people get hit by that still.
Yeah, it's not unblockable anymore. And it's funny because it seems to hit more now than it's blockable.
Yeah. He's just playing that spacing game. Skywalker does have the life lead. Doesn't mean to make any big commitment. Okay, goes to the pro. Now this is definitely going to break the floor. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Does he have the conversion? He does.
Oh no, he tried to.
I spoke it. Imitator's curse. That was my first one of today. Big flash. Nice. Very risky against Yoshi. We've seen it before that Yoshi can actually launch punish the spring kicks. It spins to win.
Oh no! Oh no!
As we
That was
before.
yeah.
Fight.
Not a good time to spring kick, especially with time winding down there. Like it's better to just get up and do the rage drive, you know?
Yeah. Oh, nice. Stuck on the throw there. Probably knowing that, Skywalker was using these throws quite a bit, so. Okay, Okazemi.
Parry's good.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
He did that so fast. What?
Okay.
Weird combo. Good punish.
Yeah. So I think he actually dropped that on purpose, right? To maybe didn't want the legend kick, just wanted the Okazemi.
Oh, well, he also did DSS forward too, so I think maybe he meant to do DSS 2 as like a floor break.
Oh, that as well, yeah.
So it could have been either way, I'm not sure. But he definitely did too many hits for that too, so I don't know. Didn't work out either way.
I wanted to catch a big counter hit there with the Dragon Hammer. Okay, doesn't get punished there, but okay, opts to go for the throw.
Yeah, throws for floor breaks. Give me this combo.
It gets to the wall. Ooh, just didn't have the conversion for the wall. Okay, back three, trying to catch him stepping up.
Convert. Oh my gosh.
Gonna convert there. Yes, definitely. We're going downstairs. Okay, keeps it simple.
Doesn't get to the wall here.
Yeah.
There's the duck in the high. Goo attack. Oh man.
DSS.
The flash.
This could fit. No.
Oh my god. The giant flip back. I love it. Oh my god, Skywalker. Yo, keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Just do the junkyard dragon tail ender.
I want to know. Mood needed to keep it simple as well. I want to know how he went back to after the tail spin. Okay, bulldog. He's just flipping away.
Oh my gosh. This is nerve-wracking.
Nice. Nice. No sword stance. Need to be careful, as we've learned today. Flash is bigger, but gets a sweep anyway. He goes for a
Big
nice
block. No, my god.
That's the wrong punish.
Bro, the flashes are so good. His flashes are so good.
Yeah, they.
Oof.
You know, that one caught the start of the. Looked like a back three. Great timing there with the flash. And we said it before, man. You can't count Mood out. You know, the first game looked so comfortable for Skywalker, and Mood just like that, just taking back the momentum. This is all to play for. Definitely one that I can't call now. I'm not ever gonna count Mood out.
No.
Never.
It's so funny because that first game we didn't really see many flashes. Game 2 is like hella flashes, right? He ran in the stage, gets the floor break stage, which ends up paying off for him because he got all the throws. You know, and I said after game 1 that, hey man, the throws are working out for Skywalker here, so he's gonna use more throws probably. Just went for one regular grab, didn't go for another one, and all of a sudden he's getting dropped in his head, floor breaking every time. So now it's like, all right, throws are open to both players, right? Forgotten Realm's a good choice, especially for Yoshimitsu, I feel like. Why not, man? The funny thing is, Law's 2 throw actually breaks floors too. The one where he grabs it like and jumps over him, that one breaks floors. But you have to know the combo because he ends up backwards to him, so he's got back turn 1+2. No, it's back turn 1+2. It's actually a screw attack from back turn, which you never see other than in that situation, really. But yeah, definitely a lot going on here, and a lot to digest for both players.
Just thinking back, actually, from the first game they played, one thing I noticed was he was doing the fly stance into the kick a lot, the home in. And I actually mentioned that he's actually going mid a lot, and I think he kind of set him up in the first game, and luckily got the Forgotten Realm and actually managed to hit all the throws.
Yep.
And, yeah, so maybe it's something he played with there, but it was lucky he got the stage selection because he didn't actually play for that. But you know what, you got to capitalize with what you got. If life gives you lemon, make lemonade and that. So 1 game apiece, very interesting. It's definitely all to play for here. Like I said it before, it's something that I can't call. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. So I think we're ready for the next battle.
I would like to see Skywalker try out some slides here.
Yes, definitely more slide. That slide mix up, get into Yoshi's face. But I guess he's scary because if you get too close, it seems like he's gonna flash. And if you're pressing the forward button, to get that little crouch.
That's true.
I mean,
that's true. Man, but Skywalker's use of the instant DSS has been so good too.
Yeah.
Like he closes distance with it so fast that I don't feel like you can react with the flash. Like even though flash is ridiculous speed,
He just seems to have the timing just down.
Round 1.
There we go.
All right, let's see. Game 3 here. Grand finals.
He gets double splat. Okay. Doesn't do it again.
Oh my gosh.
Duck. Just let it rip that time. Should have got the duck there, but gets a launch anyway, but drops the combo. Big drop.
Giant flips.
It just needs to be very careful.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the things about Yoshimitsu too, like obviously you know that you want to whiff punish the flashes, but you have to really get used to it. Like you gotta really say, all right, there is a flash here that missed. I need to launch him for that.
That was a very fortunate flash trade there. Got the slash kick again. Nice. Oh, could have needed to get a bigger.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, nice giant flips there.
I mean, they seem to be working out. Maybe there's something you need to add to your game. You know?
Damn, you think so? Put some of that in there.
And so there's one round up. Okay, flash. Okay, this time he takes his pressure but gets counter hit for it. Okay, he's definitely going to go towards the wall. What's the combo? Oh, it's a little bit late.
Oh, that's what you were asking for earlier too.
Yeah, it sometimes happens. You sometimes need to tie out, but drops the combo, unfortunately.
Rough.
Nah.
There you go.
Very nice bait. Keeps the combo simple.
Good combo. Yeah, I like that combo. Holy crap. Time again. Life bars getting lower.
It needs to be very,
Think about it.
Yeah, needs to be very careful for the flash.
Instant DSS Chuto, the pixel. The running 3, okay.
I
Okay.
like that option. I like that option. See, if he went for the rage art flash, I think I would have killed. Okay, slide. You said you called for it.
It's good.
He's back dashing out. Okay, slash kick. Using that jab just to keep him honest.
Man, the crouch dash mixture is scary though.
Definitely. Okay, jump back, flip kick this time. Okay, gets a punish. 1 1 2. Okay, no
Oh boy.
punish on the bicep. 3+4. All this Yoshi pressure. Back against the wall, needs to be very careful. Needs to try and get his way out, and that's one way to do it.
Slidey. Look out. Oh my god, I love the look out. Oh my god.
Damn, that backwards flip seems to be very difficult to deal with. Seems to be clipping a lot of people.
Okay. I don't want to give away secrets about it, Bubsy. It's difficult to deal with until it's not. I'll leave it at that. All right, but it's being very effective for Skywalker right now, for sure, for sure.
I think I get that one. Yeah,
But he's one game away now, right?
Yeah, it's one of the things I said. If your opponent has a weakness, exploit it. And it seems to be that, you know, it seems that Mood is finding it hard to deal with. You know, it's hard to approach. He was getting clipped by it on the way in sometimes.
Yeah.
Even on his plus frames when he's on the door knocker, using that as an option. An interesting option, not one that I've ever seen before, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm just gonna tell you, when Law lands, you can punish him,
Yeah.
right? It's gonna be kind of hard, but if you're Yoshimitsu, you can definitely Fubuki need the landing.
100%. That's what I was thinking. I think I've got this one.
It hits on the way up, not on the way down, right? But then he's got the other one that doesn't hit on the way up, but hits on the way down. So you gotta like expect him to do one or the other. But if you see him do the one, you can see it. You can literally see him go up, and then you dash in, let him do it again. Like now you're close enough to punish the next one. So it's very punishable actually, but very effective at keeping people out if you time it right.
Yeah, he's doing it at a distance as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like it'll be actually a lot harder to actually get that punish from you. He's kind of doing it at that half screen. It's almost like he's baiting you to kind of come in.
For sure.
Yeah, like you said, Skywalker 2-1 up, looking to take it and actually take that ticket as well to Amsterdam. Hopefully,
Would be
we'll
sick.
Be there to see him.
I know, would be awesome, dude. I mean, I've been seeing this guy on Twitter now, in Twitter clips for multiple years. So if he goes to Amsterdam, dude, that's gonna be such a cool opportunity for him.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge opportunity for all these. Like we've mentioned this before in our mini podcast. It's going to be great to see these guys actually get the opportunity to actually even just meet some of these players. You know, like you said, these guys have their favorite players, and I'm sure maybe they've never met them to actually have a chance to even just meet and greet and speak.
Yeah,
with them. It's going to be huge.
It's so cool, man. Like that's one of my favorite parts about traveling to commentate Tekken, right? Is that you get to meet players from around the world. The people play a little bit different. You get to see the scenes. And the one thing about the Tekken scene, no matter where in the world I am, the Tekken scene is always cool. Like, other game scenes, not so cool. Tekken scene is always pretty cool.
There we go. Skywalker potentially on tournament point here, or tournament game here, to just take it and book his place in the World Tour Finals. But like we said, we can't count mood out.
Ooh.
And let's say that the flash comes out. Can't count
Bro.
mood or the flash out.
He did that between the two jabs. He did like the 2 forward. Oh my god, the forward flip!
I mean, that's a great answer.
That's the
you was
low
talking
one!
about.
Yeah!
Yes, that's the one you was talking about.
Hits on the way down, that one.
Oh, that was a big win.
Yes!
Great.
Just
punch.
framed. Look at that. Uh-oh, looking for the just frame.
He's gonna get the combos. He's gonna complete.
Got it, just frame. Oh my god, big delayed hop kick?
Let's go. Okay, fair enough. Delayed hop kick from Law. It's not one you see as often. And Skywalker there taking the first round.
Yeah, that delayed hop kick is actually faster than everyone else's delayed hop kick and launch punishable on block. So it's a very weird one because nobody knows it's launch punishable.
I learned something new today. I didn't know that.
It's very cool actually.
Okay, nice. One
Yes. Back to the one throw, exactly. Look out for flash! I was gonna try to warn him! It doesn't work through the internet. Dragon Hammer, I'm telling you, man, to follow up Yoshimitsu, they're gonna flash you. Multiple Dragon Hammer, same thing. The Rage Drive, and just like that, it is set point for Skywalker.
Three.
He definitely has been working on getting it done instantly.
Uh-oh,
Just using
he's
his
loose.
lips.
He's super loose.
Oh,
Uh-oh, too loose. He's too loose.
yeah, you don't. We've seen this. We've seen Mood make these comebacks before. So you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
Oh my god. Risky business. He's going. Skywalker, you gotta chill. Play normal. Play normal, dude.
Didn't get punished there. Down back.
He's about to
three.
switch to Ganryu if he keeps this up.
Round
Still on tournament point here. Forward 1+2. Okay, run. Okay, blocks the the blockable tackle. Okay, forward 1+2. Now just playing that keep out game. Okay, nice. Gonna keep the combo simple. Okay, no, goes for the DSS.
He's got him.
And
He's got him.
Alright.
And the Pixel step on it with the perfect to send Law to the TWT final. Skywalker going to Amsterdam. Congratulations. I'm hyped for it. More than Skywalker, maybe. Let's go.
Yes, congratulations to Skywalker. Definitely, like we said, we mentioned earlier on, he came second last year, and you know he's righting those wrongs and taking it one step further now. And we will, as Rip said, see him in Amsterdam, see him in the finals. He has now qualified, and and we're gonna see him there. So let's have a look at the bracket and how it went down the tail of the tape here. So Skywalker undefeated today, you know, taking it from all the way from winners. We haven't seen someone come back from the losers, as you mentioned.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, it's a hard path, right? No matter who you are in the loser bracket, you're gonna have to beat whoever was one of the top 2 players in your region twice in the grand final set, right? So definitely a hard path to walk, but Skywalker getting it done here today. Congratulations, Skywalker. Putting Law on the map, bringing Law to the TWT finals. That's pretty rare, man. You know, there's only 24 spots and there's like 60 characters, so not every character gets to get represented, so I'm happy for you. Thank you very much, Skywalker.
No, it's actually talking about character representation, even from watching the North Africa and now West Africa, the character representation. I don't think we've seen any duplicates, right? If I remember, I think everyone.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had Eddie and Brian and Lay and another
Lee,
character.
was it?
Oh, we had like an Anna. Oh yeah, Lee. Oh yeah, the Anna was in this set. Yeah, we had Anna, Lidia, and what's the other character you tried? Katarina.
And I mean, yeah, we've seen a very diverse character list today. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
It's showing that these characters, doesn't matter who you play, if you can make it work, you can make it to this stage. So stick with your characters, man.
Exactly, man. Be a loyalist, right? Sometimes it pays off, you know. Most times it does act. I still think that, you know, Nia's kind of spoiled everyone to think them like, yeah, man, I need 5 characters so I have a chance in tournament. You don't have to. You can get it done with 1, man. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun out here today, right? Tekken World Tour, North Africa and West Africa qualifiers. We've got our representatives who will be competing in Amsterdam for the TWT finals. That's going to be way later. It's going to be in February out here, right? So
yeah,
let's take a look here, guys. Amsterdam, February 4th and 5th. It's coming back, right? Theater Amsterdam. This is where we were years ago, 2019,
Yes.
18, 2018.
It's one of those two days.
Yeah, it's 2018. That's when Rainchu won with the
Yes.
Panda. Panda, really? You guys remember? Yeah, that's the one. This was the regional finals, of course. If you guys don't qualify here, you guys can still go out to Amsterdam to enter the last chance qualifier. If you somehow can make it through there, one of those top 3, you can get to the group stages, which will then filter you down to the top 8. And finally, we will have the winner of the TWT Finals 2022. And of course, yes.
Hey, I'll give you a little break here.
Fine, I'll take it. Regional qualifiers, we've got 4 of them so far, plus the other guys who qualified without having to play through a top 4, so we probably have like 6 or 7 of them. Out of this 21 players, plus 3 more from the last chance qualifier, which is a big deal, right? Obviously, if you guys are interested, if you guys didn't qualify from your region, you're like, man, I can beat these guys, right? Show up to the last chance qualifier. There's 3 spots. You don't even got to get first. You don't even got to get second. You just got to get third, and you're in there. LCQ, you're in the finals along with everyone else. It's gonna be sick.
As you see here, there's a nice rundown of all the regions here. So as you see, we got West Europe, Pakistan, Korea, North America, and Japan with 2 qualifying players. The rest of those ones are on 1 qualifying player each from each of those regions. And yeah, and it will all be taking place on February the 4th to 5th, 2023 in Amsterdam. So definitely set that in your calendar, and if you can make it down, definitely make it down. I went to the last one in Amsterdam. It was such a good time. So as you see there, February the 4th, 2023, Theatre Amsterdam, and the registrations opened December the 19th. So make sure that you have your alarm set on your phone. Have a reminder, please, because these spots are definitely going to get filled up, especially because it's in Europe as well. I'm from Europe. I know how hungry our European brothers are and sisters.
Are you entering?
No.
Come on, man.
Maybe we'll see.
Do it.
You know, the prize pool, I could do with a, could have something like a nice slice of that. But yeah, as we see, a total of 24 qualified players will battle it out. And then the top 2 players from each pool will advance. So it's going to be like a round robin pool format, and then it's going to go into a top 8 where it's going to be a double elimination bracket where they will be competing for that major money prize. The prize pool is $100,000. That is huge.
Massive. Man, making me want to enter, Bubsy. Making me want to enter. LCQ. Damn, huge prize pools. Shout outs to everyone for supporting Tekken all this time. Of course, we are deep into Tekken 7. Everyone's looking at that trailer for Tekken 8. We don't know when it's coming. Maybe it's coming in 2024, right? Maybe we got another year of Tekken 7 after this. I have no idea. I'm just telling you guys things that I don't know anything about. I'm still out here in the flames. Make sure you guys keep up to date, though, right? Facebook, Tekken Americas. On YouTube, BNE Esports. And on Twitter, you guys can find them at Tekken. And of course, TekkenWorldTour.com. That's the one you guys got to go to if you guys want to stay up to date with everything happening in the tournament scene out here for our World Tour. And this has been a crazy tour, right? This is definitely something that no one was really sure was going to happen or not, right? Because obviously everything had been online prior to that. Then this year was kind of the return of offline events, right? We started pretty late too, right? Like Combo Break was only in May when offline events started returning. So we're only like half a year since offline events started back up again. So it's pretty crazy that we have gotten to where we are so far, and now we're going to wrap things up in just 3 months across all these qualifiers. If you guys remember the schedule, next week's a crazy one, right? South Asia, Southeast Asia, plus we have the West Europe top 8 happening offline, where they're going to be seeing who qualifies for the TWT finals as well.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be down there as well, actually. Hopefully.
Of course.
We get to see this live and be supporting all the guys in Western Europe. So definitely check the Tekken World Tour website, because I'm sure you'll have all the information there so you guys can keep up to date and make sure you don't miss a beat of Tekken, because you don't want to miss it, because the lead up to the finals is going to be crazy and amazing. So you're going to see a lot of highs and a lot of lows. So a lot of your favorite players may not make it. Some of these regions are looking a bit stacked, a bit super stacked.
I really can't wait to see what happens in Korea and Pakistan, because those regions, obviously, it's the level of competition is so stacked and only one player is making out of there. Like, dude, there's gonna be a bunch of big names that don't make it, man. But make sure you guys follow this channel. We'll follow whatever you guys are watching on currently, right? So you guys can watch the rest. It's all unfold. But that does do it for us here today. Tekken World Tour West Africa 2022 is donezo. I'm Rip. That's Bubsy. It's been a pleasure. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.